All right, I clicked the glow live. I am on the ball fast this time. I said, John, you got two PC, you got two monitors. Put one page on one thing and then change it real quick, and I did. So we should be live, and you'll be able to comment. Whoever's watching. Quick show disclaimer: this show is in no way suitable for children to watch or listen to. So send the spawns of Satan's to bed, please. Also, we are not doctors or psychiatrists, but we do play one on here for 2 hours. So please use good judgment when using any of our advice. And with that being said, let's say hello to everybody that's here tonight. Mr. Bob Sharp is with us tonight. Hello, Bob.
Hello.
Brian Power is with us.
Hey.
Jennifer is here with us. And Bruce is here with us. And we're waiting on Amanda. She should be on here in a few minutes. And Brian's and Bruce, I said you, right, Bruce? I did say Bruce, didn't I? God, I'm having one of those days today. I'm only in like 3 beers in too. So
Mikey's AWOL tonight.
Mike is going to be AWOL tonight. So ladies, you could watch the show. He won't be calling you out or telling you you're worthless or telling you can't. I will be doing that tonight instead. So no. I would never say live that women belong in the kitchen barefoot and pregnant. I would never say that live.
No. Somebody might record that and hear that.
That would put a damper on your dating life.
Yeah.
Someone might just splice it, like they do with politics, and just take out that part and say, look at this asshole over here, this white guy's saying women belong in the kitchen barefoot and pregnant.
Just keep repeating it, John.
Why is Amanda? Why are you sending me a video chat? You're supposed to be on the show, Amanda.
No shit.
Oh. Yeah, she just sent me a. Maybe she did that on accident, but we'll get her figured out. Yes, I missed your video. I just need a couple minutes. She just needs a couple minutes. We'll give her a couple minutes before we jump into it. And Brian's wife is going to be joining us as well. Sometime here.
Yeah, we had a kitty outbreak, so she's got to go put the kid back to bed. So,
you just couldn't do it, huh? You just didn't have that skill.
No, I did. She was fine, and then magically she's not. It's a 3-year-old kid. I mean, she was fine when I left. So.
She was like, "I want your supervisor. You're not doing this shit."
Yeah.
She was fine. She said that she's gonna hold the pillow for me for when I go lay down with her after the show and all that stuff, keep everything warm and all that stuff. It's all ready to go. So
he said magically. She magically decided. I'm like, no.
This, bye.
Dad, you're just not warm and cuddly enough. And you smell like a man.
I got times where I go lay down with her and tuck her in and stuff. And then I'll just fall asleep with her. And then I'll wake up like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll get up for a while, or was it Tuesday night? I think it was Tuesday night. I lay down with her like 8, and then I woke up. I don't bring my phone in with me or anything else like that. There's no clock in there, and so I woke up and I'm like, it's gotta be like 3, 4 in the morning. So I'll just get up and watch some TV just for a little bit, and then go back to bed. Woke up, went in the living room, and it was 7 a.m. And I'm like, oh. All right then.
You had more time.
That was a nice 11 hours sleep.
That was an 11-hour nap.
Right. So I got up and then turned on the TV. I sat in the living room for a few minutes, and she peeked her heads out. She's like, "Is the kiddo awake yet?" And I'm like, "No." And she didn't realize I just woke up. So yeah, that was fun.
She didn't miss you that night, huh?
No. She probably slept well.
The daughters always feel safer when dad is in that room putting them to sleep.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe monsters. I don't know. She had this phase about she was thinking that there's monsters in her closet and stuff, but she doesn't have a shut door closet. It's like a completely wide open closet. So I don't know if she got it from watching Monsters Inc. or something. I don't know, but
oh God, no.
She was thinking that there's a monster in a closet, and I'm like, there's no monsters. It's fine.
Did you have to slay the monster, Dad?
So
she has a monster slaying bear now.
Ooh, that's nice.
I think let me make a test. Let me do a test here. Make sure this is working.
Shit.
Test. Yeah, did it go through? Yeah. All
Yep,
right.
live test page.
There
Apparently,
we go.
nobody's listening and commenting at the moment.
No.
Yeah. Well, let's start with the ladies. We'll let the ladies go first tonight. Which one of you two ladies wants to start? Fight among each other. Pull hair. No.
You're so stupid.
Well,
Ah.
let me just preface this entire conversation by saying there is absolutely no such thing as the perfect man. No matter where you are, who you are, what age group you're dating in, there is no such thing as the perfect man.
Yeah. Dream on, motherfucker.
Right.
Bruce.
Yeah. No.
I'm the
There's no-
living unicorn, right, John?
Yeah, you just haven't met the right Italian guy yet, is what it is. But
There is
We're
no.
the living unicorns.
uh-oh. They're even numbers now, guys. We must be
Well,
good. They're even
yeah.
numbers now. We got to be
Hi,
good.
guys.
So, Amanda, they just kicked off the first question, and I just told them there's no such thing as the perfect man.
There's
And
And
really
then
not.
John and I said, well, we're unicorns.
Right here.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
right here, Bruce.
and I'm a
And
dragon.
I'm
And they
married to
both
a
live.
unicorn.
They both live in Modesto. See, that's the problem. We're just,
There's no
What?
perfect man.
All right. Which one of you ladies wants to jump first? Well, you got to have 5 things that you're looking for the perfect man. You
Well-
have to have these 5 things that have to meet your requirement before you'd say yes to him being married to him and all these other things.
I'm
Well,
never getting married again.
Well,
I would say, like, you have to have
before you
somebody-
go ahead. Why don't you go ahead?
So you have to have somebody that you can carry on an intelligent conversation with that actually has a personality. I
That's-
think that's probably the most important. It's not necessarily like how much you have in common with the person. It's the ability to like talk about different things and be able to communicate. So communication in general, I think, is probably one of the most important things. Number 2, you have to be able to trust them. There has to be trust between the two people back and forth. Like not just about the big things in life, but about the small things too. Like, I mean, I'm not saying it's bad if a guy like tells you a white lie if you look like completely fat in an outfit. Like, that's fine. Like if you want them to like feel good about themselves and they really look like a cow and you're like, no, honey, you look beautiful. Like, okay.
Does my ass look big in these jeans? Does my ass look big in these jeans?
No, your ass just looks big.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's the norm now. Like me and my sister at work all the time, we'll just pass by each other and be like, "Hey, girl, you got a fat ass." So
Yep. It's called the COVID
Well,
curse.
the girls can do that, but I don't think the guy can walk by and say, hey, girl, you got a fat ass.
Ah.
That ain't gonna work
something
too
like
well.
juicy booty.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
you just say
it.
juicy booty.
No,
It's
see, Bruce,
different.
you save yourself by saying no. It's PHA, PHAT.
pretty hot and thick.
Right.
No,
PHAT.
You usually aren't given that amount
Girl,
of
you got
time
a fat
before
ass.
they slap
Oh,
you.
big.
That ass is fat.
PH fat.
I don't think that'll work in the work environment.
Yeah, probably not.
No.
So
No.
My boss just laughs.
Go ahead,
after
Danielle.
honesty, I would say the third thing is compassion. You have to be a compassionate person, not just when it comes to things that you're actually interested in. You have to be actually interested in the person and their life in order to show actual authentic compassion for the person. I mean, I'm not saying like I need to know every single meal you had that day. That's like way too much. But just like compassion and humanity to where you're not like biting someone's head off or like snapping at them if they just want to know what's going on.
The whole package?
The whole package, John. Or Brian said that. Brian said the whole package.
Right. So, but,
Yeah,
but John did the eggplant.
Yeah.
He went there. He went there.
I don't think it has necessarily things to do with like when you're talking about the perfect relationship, I don't think it necessarily has anything to do with what the person looks like, to be honest. I mean, obviously you need to have attraction to them, regardless of if you think they're hot and your friend thinks that they're a dog. I mean, attraction is definitely important. And then the fifth thing I think would be like their values as a person, their integrity, their kind of like that whole package would be more important as far as I'm concerned. It's just like their character as a human.
You didn't go with the eggplant?
No.
When you said the first thing, I heard fisting, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Excuse me." I was like, "Wow,
is the only way to go."
holy crap!"
So, Danielle, go number one.
So number 1 was conversation or communication. Number 2 is trustworthiness. Number 3 was
Compassion.
Number 4 was attraction. And number 5 was their character.
All right. Yeah. I don't meet any of those. Brian, were you? Well, obviously you were able to check those off. So you're married to her. So you were able.
Well,
to
at least one out of 4 isn't bad, Brian.
Yeah,
No, it's really not. And it's pretty decent odds, I guess.
Yeah.
It's better than 0.
Yeah.
Well, but the thing is there's nothing.
Well,
There's just like there's no perfect man, there's no perfect woman, there's no perfect marriage. You're gonna have things that you go through that challenge you on a daily basis. You're gonna have things you go through that challenge you on an hourly basis.
You get on her nerves.
I mean, the thing is like we've been together for like 12 years, and we've gone through so much that I'm hoping all of the crappy stuff is in the past 12 years, so we can just have like smooth sailing, because it's been rough.
Now you just gotta check the boxes. And,
Brian, he got 2 out of 3.
yeah.
well, you know,
Give me credit.
Meatloaf said 2 out of 3 ain't bad, okay?
Yeah, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Jennifer,
Okay.
are you ready?
I guess off the top of the dome. I
I'm
think
waiting
to me, a quality that I want to have is, if in a mate or a companion, would be friendship. They gotta be my friends. It's absolutely important to have that friendship, because usually when you're friends, you can talk about just about anything because of that friendship. It doesn't matter if you're talking about a stupid movie or a grocery store looking, what the fuck is that person wearing? But just someone who can be your friend and you can joke with and do things with, not someone who's gonna wig out of the middle of the grocery store and start cussing you out or something. A friend, someone
That's
you
passion.
no, that's not. That's stupid. But I'm like, no, he has to be my friend, and we have to have a lot of things in common. Not everything, but most things in common. Like, I like to go to museums and art galleries and to Chinatown and different places like Pasadena and run around and look at everything. I will go in every store there is to look at comic books, all kinds of shit. And it's fun to me. And I know guys who like to do that too. One of my good friends like to do that. And it's great to just run around and go everywhere and just enjoy everything and see everything and not be with somebody who's bored, who can't stand to be there. Why are we doing this?
Why?
Yeah, you know, I want to see these fucking lights. What's so cool about them? They're handmade and they made the glass out. They did everything and they have the different arts. I like them. Fuck you. So, you need to have
Damn.
you need to have somebody that you enjoy these things with, and that you have some different things that you like, so that you can share those things with each other and quite possibly just introduce them to something new. So it's good to have good things in common, more so than not, and a few things not in common to introduce something new to the other person. So compassion, the same. It's very important. Compassion. I want somebody who's going to be caring and considerate with that. So you need to be a nice fucking person. I don't want to be dating an asshole.
only in high school and college do you date
I
the assholes.
completely agree. Don't be a dick. Plain
Yeah,
and simple.
exactly. You know, and I want ultimately I want them, and they need to fucking be able to take care of themselves too. I'm not picking up your dirty ass underwear. There's a fucking hamper.
Come
right there.
on, man.
I am not cleaning up after your ass. We both work. I clean up after myself. You clean up after yourself. I shouldn't have to clean up after you.
Boring.
You know what? No, it's called being
I'm just kidding.
adult.
I'm just kidding.
Clean up after your fucking self. I am not your maid. Now you want to pay me to clean up after you? Right here.
It's a good point. It's a valid point. I mean, we all had moms growing up, and when you have a significant other, you don't want to have to be their mom.
No.
You already had one. Like, you want to be the wife and have,
but
like,
they don't have
comfort
home
life.
ec anymore. They don't teach home ec anymore. So how are these new boys?
You got YouTube. I've learned to cook so much shit by Pinterest and YouTube. Fuck all of that. If you got a mind,
but now you're telling people to actually research things for themselves, and we all know that doesn't work out very well.
So-called nailed it for a reason, Brian.
Okay.
Learn how to cook a meal.
You can learn how to cook if you're hungry enough and nobody is there to cook for you.
I know how to cook a meal. You just you go to Dash, Dinner Dash or whatever, and you push on whatever number you want. And
there's also a difference on.
I've been cooking for myself for a while. I haven't killed myself yet, so
he hasn't killed him.
So there's a big difference between like cooking for yourself when like you're in like bachelor mode and like you just make whatever to like cooking for a family. Okay, that's like a huge difference there. Like me, like I just eat whatever.
Like, they're a lot smaller.
Yeah, right. I'll make the same thing, but we all get like a quarter of it instead.
I'm sorry, but women don't come out of the womb automatically knowing how to cook a meal for a family.
It's in there already.
No shit. That is correct right there.
God put that chip in there.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off. No.
No, God didn't. No, God didn't.
It's not our responsibility to feed you. Not one little bit. It's my responsibility to feed myself. Absolutely. I'm grown. I take care of it. But it is absolutely not. If I cook for you, I like you, and you're going to do the fucking dishes.
Well, I mean, the other thing is like, putting an extra chair in the bedroom is not for clothing.
Then maybe they should hang their shit up. It sounds like that you got somebody who was lazy.
Yeah, but there's a big difference. So like Bruce, like when
furniture, just is another place to put more clothes.
No,
it's a treadmill is. The treadmill is. The treadmill is.
No, it's
like
not.
Treadmill.
No,
it's on the kitchen table. He comes home
and
from work.
Always are drying on the shower rack.
No,
I always see the underwear drying on the shower rack.
He comes home from work. He takes the polo off because he always has an undershirt on underneath it. I have piles of polo shirts and t-shirts on chairs on my kitchen table.
They're drying
on the
off.
floor and on top of the dresser.
Start throwing them away.
No, because then I have to buy more because he won't.
Then he would go without polo shirts. No.
Brian, pick up your shit, Brian.
Yeah, bro, come on, Brian. Make it look bad, Brian.
Ah, god damn it, Brian.
It takes 2 seconds.
So are you guys like trying to get me a slap tonight? Is that the goal?
Yeah,
here?
we're trying to at least we're trying to get at least like five in.
What's the over under tonight?
I don't know, Bob. What's the over under tonight?
I don't know. Let's go 6.5. This could be
6.5.
6.5.
6.5.
A
challenge accepted.
Okay.
Challenge accepted.
How many did I answer? We got friendship, we got compassion.
You're a woman. Nobody really cares. But go ahead.
Oh, 3. 3, because the other one was clean up after yourself.
Clean up.
Right. Clean up yourself.
No. 3 was having things in common, and 4 is cleaning up after your damn self. Yeah. Because you're an adult and you fucking need to clean up after your damn self. And 5, that they're responsible financially.
Ooh, that's a good one.
that they are
That's a
responsible
really good one.
financially. You know, I'm not telling you not to spend money. You work, I work, bills come first. What if you want to save money, great. If you want to go buy a new fucking game, I don't care. But the bills come first. You need to be financially responsible.
Good ones. Good ones. So go ahead and go through your list one more time if you can remember it so everybody knows what it is. Number one.
A friendship.
Number two.
Compassion.
Number three.
Number three, shit. Hold on. God damn it.
Shit.
All these.
Shit.
I said all these.
We all do that, so that qualifies. We all qualify for that.
So, friendship, compassion. The third one, god damn it. The third, I know that take care of themselves, to take care of themselves. I know that take care of themselves, and the one I just said was financially independent. Shit, I forgot the other one.
You forgot
it's not
one.
that important.
Things
Cook for yourself. Take care of yourself.
Take care.
In common, Jenny. Things
What?
in common.
Oh, things
in common. Common.
I'm high.
I'm high. That's Brian's.
Because I got
That's
high.
Brian. That's Brian's trigger song. That's Brian's trigger song.
Right.
Why'd you forget?
That's only out like when there's karaoke going on, because like everyone likes to sing that song. That's why it's annoying.
And normally they're horrible.
That song, you kind of like.
Yeah, always horrible.
Well, okay, so the reason why people sing it up here a lot is because one, like it's not legal up here, so like is their voice just opinion to like sing it to be like, yeah, I'm doing this and whatever. That's why. The thing.
I sleep just fine. I don't need that. The only thing it ever made me do was sleep.
They have different strains and such. It depends. If you get an indica, it's gonna knock you the fuck out mostly. A sativa is different. A sativa is more of a head where you creativity. Like right now, it's a sativa. I'm talkative as hell. I feel good. It's a happy place, and it actually doesn't have the after effect that alcohol does. I don't get a hangover because of this at all. I might get the munchies, but I got good snacks, so it's okay.
CBD. Amanda.
Hi guys.
What are your top five? We'll get the ladies out of the way so the guys can really share their thoughts.
There you go.
I don't necessarily think there's a perfect man. I think there's just like ideal like characteristics and traits and stuff that we look for. Kind of thing in a man, whatever.
I gotta make up. I apologize. I'm trying to make up for Mike not being here, so I'm absorbing all the hate that Mike has. So I'm letting it all out on you guys tonight. So remember, still love me. I'm still John. I'm still a nice guy. Just filling in for Mike. I'm just filling in for Mike tonight. Go ahead, Amanda.
You're just full of shit.
I think the biggest thing, at least what I have learned, at least in my marriage for the last 11 years, is communication is so important. It's so important because if there's no communication, what I've realized is that, like if we keep things in, we don't talk about things, little by little wedges get put in there, and then you just start to separate and separate and separate. So it's really important for there to be complete vulnerability and just Did you guys hear him? Complete vulnerability in communicating what your needs are all the time. Because if you don't, I mean, how are you supposed to meet each other's needs if you're not talking about them? You know what I mean? So communication. The second thing, I hope you guys probably hear my baboon in the background. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Don't worry.
The second thing, gosh, I think, oh my God, my chickens. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Go to somebody else real quick.
Your chickens?
The chickens. She's calling her kids the chickens.
She has chickens. She has like 4 chickens. They actually lay eggs.
Oh yeah,
I have 2 chickens.
Yeah. Then they color them.
Hey,
John.
Karen already answered. She says trust, communication, interested in those same things, and not to be overbearing and passionate.
Yeah. Who is that?
Okay, I'm good.
Oh,
now.
Sharon.
Oh, Sharon. Okay, yeah, I didn't see that yet.
That was earlier.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Earlier.
Okay, I'm good now. Mario's holding the babe. Oh yeah, so communication. Second thing I think would be would be ideal is I think it's important to be able to trust your person, you know, and I feel like if there's no trust in your relationship, I mean really with any relationship, not just romantically, but like if there's no trust, then I feel like there's nothing. Like it's just not, it won't work. I feel like that one's kind of self-explanatory. I think definitely attraction is a big one. You know, I mean, if you're not attracted to somebody, like, I mean, how is there even going to be a relationship? Like, it just won't work.
Yeah.
I don't know. How many is that? 3? I need 2 more.
Eggplant.
I feel like that's part of the attraction part.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
You gotta like it.
Yeah, true. Oh gosh, I should have prepared for this. I didn't even like really think about it until now. I guess cleanliness. Cleanliness. I feel like that's a really big thing. It has to be a big thing. Top 5 things guys should know to be the perfect man in your life, and vice versa.
Well, look at your man.
He's looking at me. He's giving me a
look
face.
at your man and just grab one right out of the air. Just grab one right out of the air. Español.
Okay, so for I guess at least in my relationship, my marriage is having a freaking sense of humor.
Yeah, there you go.
I think that's so important. I think a sense of humor is important because if you can't laugh with each other and like make jokes with each other, like I feel like that's kind of a big deal. He said he feels attacked.
Deal breaker.
It's not that it's a deal breaker. It's just that like I want to be able to laugh with my guy, you know, and we have some stupid things we laugh over that some people probably think we were insane for, but
it helps to have a similar sense of humor too. So it's like you're not always
complete opposites. I'm this loud, fun, like have drinks on Friday night and hang out on the Friday BS show, and he's like, I just want to chill and like laugh with you in private, kind of thing. Like, but
well, I'm talking like sense of humor though. You guys probably have similar sense of humors though. You both find certain things funny.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes and no. Some things he's like, you're fucking savage, and then there's like. Baboons are going wild. The ship is on fire.
Now she's got fucking baboons.
I got
chickens and baboons.
Chickens and baboons.
And baboons. Yeah. What are they letting you get away with?
She lives in Noah's Ark.
She doesn't have a fucking farm. She's got a fucking zoo in there.
So yeah, sense of humor. I feel like that's important, and that somebody help me. The ship is on fire.
Uh-oh.
I'm so sorry, guys.
There's mutiny, damn it.
Cállate la boca.
Hey.
I can't hear you.
Final.
Right.
I know it's because I muted myself, so my baboons wouldn't be screaming.
You got one more?
One more. Shit.
Yeah, we do that. We do that well. Most of us do it really well.
Things that make the perfect man. So.
Putting the lid down on the toilet.
I don't know. I mean, like, connection.
Big feet.
I mean, but that's kind of
stupid.
What? Oh. Yeah, but it's somebody that, like, I guess perseveres through things. It'll fight through things. It'll fight with you and not against you. I feel like that's super important. And, like, you know, because, like, with me and this guy probably been through everything you could probably think of, and we're still going strong and figuring. Somebody fucking help me. Jesus Christ. Yeah, just somebody that's gonna fight for you and fight with you. You know, like if I'm sitting here ready to walk away, like at least try and come after me and try to figure things out. Don't just like fucking drop it like I was nothing. You know what I mean?
I'm going out. I'll be back later. I can't stand that. I can't stand even I'm one of those guys. I can't stand when people do that. I see it all the time. Well, I'm going out. I'll be back. I just can't talk to you anymore. Or
going out. Just go into the next room. Don't go out.
I used to have a bad habit of doing that. I have a history of running when things get tough. I do. But I've worked on it a lot and I'm still here and I'm sticking around. I'm a little bit of a hothead. I have my blood boils sometimes.
Isn't always true.
Yeah, it's a true statement.
Dead
Oh
ass.
God, clean feet is a must. I just saw feet.
Oh, God.
Clean feet.
Had nothing to do with
Listen,
clean feet.
listen, Jennifer. I love your TikToks and you post your feet all the
No.
time. But I
No.
Hey,
fucking
Bob.
hate feet.
Hey, Bob,
I
Bruce.
hate feet. Feet are the
TikTok.
grossest thing on the
Ugh.
fucking planet.
Bob, Bob and
But no,
Bruce
you-
and
you're
Brian,
pretty
we need to go get pedicures because they want clean feet.
I
So
I get
I thought it was
Clean
big
feet.
feet.
people who like that shit, so I don't
I
care.
don't.
I-
I
I said big
the
feet.
fascination.
You said big feet.
I said big feet. I didn't say
Yeah.
clean feet, but we'll go get
I said
manicures.
big feet.
Oh,
about
You
my
said clean
mom's
feet.
feet.
TikTok.
It is sexy as hell when a man could go get a pedicure and not give a shit what anybody else thinks.
That
I've done it.
Yes.
I do it every
husband-
time I go to Mexico because I'm going to be lounging around the beach and running around barefoot. So.
Ladies,
Yeah, yeah,
ladies,
yeah.
he's single. He gets his feet done. Ladies, he
He
packs
has
a pack.
such nice feet, and I've probably seen them maybe a dozen times in my entire life.
But it's where you live.
But
Yeah.
he always has socks
Do you
on.
sleep
As
with your
soon
shoes
as-
on?
No. He sleeps with socks on. He has shoes on all the time, like socks on all the time. The only time he does not have his socks on is when he's taking a shower. That's it. Otherwise, his socks and his shoes are on if he's outside.
Well,
His
you just
socks
gotta
are
walk
on.
in the shower and be like, baby, let me see those feet. Let me see those
He has
feet.
really nice feet, but he just doesn't like them.
Oh,
Right.
men, trim your fucking toenails.
Oh,
yeah,
I do that.
don't scratch me.
Yeah.
Fucking
That's
toenails.
part of the
I don't
pedicure
have that
process.
problem.
This
Yeah,
would
yeah.
be a fight with Mario and I for a long time because he would scratch the fuck out of
Wow,
me
we're
at night when we were
getting
sleeping.
attacked here, guys. You guys better have some
I would
good
cut his
shit.
toenails so short it
Toenails.
hurts, so he doesn't do it anymore.
I'm
Hey,
I'm
should
like,
Evil.
Hey, shouldn't
Where's the
you four
worst?
women? Shouldn't you four women be in the kitchen, barefoot and pregnant,
I've-
making
I've-
us a
Shut the hell up.
sandwich?
I know where you live.
You know where he lives? Can you go over and kick
You're
him in
up.
the nuts for me?
yeah,
You're
just
up in there.
fuck them up.
I take a
Jennifer's-
shower once a week, whether I need it or
Jennifer's-
not, right?
Jennifer's daughter's up. What are your top 5?
Oh, I
You're
got
like the
I have a quick
perfect guy.
question.
Hi.
Yeah,
I-
perfect.
That's hard for me because I'm a bougie bitch on a lot of my things.
Well, that's
and-
good. All right, let's go to the next question.
Bougie,
No,
bougie.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Anyways, no, I think mindset's a huge thing for me. Huge thing for me because I have to have somebody who has the same type of mindset that I do, or at least appreciates my type of mindset. Because I'm not a stay-at-home barefoot. I'm gonna make you a sucking sandwich type of woman.
Lettuce, tomato. No, go ahead. I'm just.
I know how to make a fucking sandwich, Uncle John.
You can go to Subway, John, or Togo's. Go ahead.
Yeah, they have that now. I'm busy working fucking 64-hour weeks. Kiss my ass.
All right, what else are you doing? What else has he got to have?
Hold on. I was trying to prepare this, but I was really hungry, so that's what I was focused on. um, someone who can cook, because I'm tired of dating guys who can't fucking cook. Because I'm not gonna do all the fucking cooking. No, I've done all the cooking my entire life. I need somebody to fucking cook for me. Sometimes, not all the time. I can do them sometimes, but not all the time. That's one. That's two. No, that's two.
That's
At
Three.
least he's honest.
Yeah,
Three.
she's gonna be honest. She's gonna be honest. I know her too well for her not to be honest.
3.
Yeah, my
I'm a
daughter.
little weird because I'm not very like yeah, I think attraction's a very important thing, but I think somebody as who they are is what's important to me. And political views are a huge one for me because I can't be with somebody who does not appreciate. Hold on, is it pausing? Is it working? Where did it go?
Yeah, but here, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, though. Okay, hold on, because you said politics, because that's the trigger thing for a lot of couples. But I have seen couples that are loving marriages for many, many years, but they know how to argue points as adults and not let it get involved into the relationship. They can actually now, if you could have someone that was, say, you're a Republican, he's a Democrat, and you could actually have conversations and not go to bed angry and pissed off, but actually discuss those things as an adult, would that be okay as well?
Yeah. I'm not
Okay.
like denying that. I'm just saying
Yeah.
like when I'm with somebody, if they don't at least see eye to eye, or I'm not sorry, not eye to eye. I'm trying to find the right word for it. if they can't come to a common middle to where we can at least agree upon something, I don't see it working very well. You know? Because if somebody's going to get angry and scream at me, I don't want to be with your ass because you got anger problems. And if you hit me, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Literally. Okay, that was 3. 4, like she said, personal hygiene's a huge thing for me because I'm really big on my personal hygiene. What?
She's trying to ask a question. She has her hand up.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
No, so Nita, when it comes to like conversations, regardless of if it's like politics, religion, or something like you're really passionate about, or the other person is really passionate about, how do, like, when John brings up like not going to bed angry and things like that, like I feel like that's a huge issue for people in our generation. I feel like a lot of us harbor those resentments and take that anger to bed. So
it's because we're not like shown how to get rid of it. We're not shown like, because we're a very selfish generation. I'm not gonna lie, we are very selfish in our feelings. You know, when that's what I believe. But I honestly, I've gone to bed angry before. It's not a good feeling, and I'm no longer with that person. So that goes to show it never works out. But I think to prevent that is just communication's a huge one. You have to be communicative with the person that you're with, because that's like my number one. That's my number one. So that's like 4 now. That's my number one is communication, because at the end of the day, if you cannot have a conversation with your partner and come to a middle and figure it out, I don't think it's going to ever work out, because all you're going to do is argue, you're going to fight, and it's never going to be resolved. And you're going to harbor that, and it's going to be brought up into another conversation without even realizing it, because you're subconsciously holding on to that. You're subconsciously angry about that because you didn't get the opportunity to hash out with that person when it happened. So in order to move on and be happier, you have to be clear with your communications. So that's why you don't go to bed angry. And if you go to bed angry and salty, even after you've hashed it out, that's a you problem, and you need to fix that about yourself. Because if he's fine and you're still pissed off and thinking about what you could have said in that conversation, then that's your problem. You should have said it then. You can't bring it up again, because that's just like
while you're brushing your teeth.
Beating a dead horse, beating a dead horse, because they're going to be like, well, we just fucking talked about that. And I thought we were fine. You said we were fine. We ended the conversation. I've done it before. I'm not going to lie. I've done it. But I'm mature now, and I've learned. And I've grown.
What do you say? Go ahead. What number are you on?
I'm on my 5th one now, which was hygiene. Hygiene's very important for me, because as a woman, I take care of myself even when I look musty as fuck. So if I look musty, it's not because I am musty. I smell fantastic. You can ask my mom. This woman sniffs me every opportunity she gets. And it's like a weird sniff too. She's like, she goes from like the base of my neck up, and she's like all the way up my neck. And I was like, ugh.
It's funny that you say that. It's funny that you say that, because that's kind of like your generation is kind of like that 90s grunge look, where you are clean. You just don't look clean. You know what I mean?
Listen, I look showered.
No, that's what I'm saying. But that's your generation, where they, with the crumped up hair.
I wanted to show you guys what I got.
Oh my God!
What'd you get?
You didn't get the
got these.
Oh God!
Nice.
Doc Martens. I went
to yesterday.
Are they still in business? Are they still in business?
Yes. I went to my dad's store today, and I got them for $70, and online they were $120.
Yeah.
I've been thinking yesterday. I thought about getting those.
They're nice. You should get them. They're very comfy too. Yeah, but hygiene's super huge. If you got swamp ass, I'm not gonna eat your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not going down in that area. There's not gonna be any oral. There's not gonna be any type of butt play. There's not gonna be any type of.
I love you. I love you.
You know, what is it called?
She's so
Conolingus?
honest. I love
Or
her.
no, that's for women. That's for women.
That's
Hold
for
on.
women. That's for women.
For women. I know. Wait. How do I say this politely?
As she's talking about ass, I'm doing this. Why am I doing this?
Yeah, right.
Laura, there's no easy way just to say that you like
You're
to
gonna
eat
tape measure.
that you want it clean.
Yeah, it doesn't have to necessarily taste like soap. It just gotta taste clean. You know what I'm saying?
Is there a soap that you prefer? Am I blurry?
A little.
Slightly.
I would say a nice summer's eve exfoliant. You know?
That's for women. You
Yeah.
Mike uses it on his face.
Mike
okay.
is a whole different breed. I think we can all agree on that.
All right.
No,
so you got your
not that
top five
Mike.
out.
My Mike. I have a boyfriend named Mike.
Yeah.
I don't know what that Mike smells like, but he probably smells
I thought
like
we were talking
anger
Mike.
and resentment.
Old Spice. He smells like Old Spice.
Yeah, he
I
sounds
don't think
like
he
an
smells like
kind of
Old Spice.
person.
I think he
Old
smells like
Spice
a
and
woman
cigars.
hater. You know,
Old Spice
I
and
don't know.
cigars.
Old Spice,
Dove.
Brute,
His,
and old classics.
his
Dove.
cousin said he smells like Dove. We love Mike. I'm filling in for Mike
Bob, did
tonight.
you just snort?
All right, so you ladies are done. You guys are done.
Yes.
Now
He's
the
just
men. It's
waiting
the
to
men's
hop in to
turn.
give his
It's the
list.
men's turn. And if Mike were here right now, he would say, "Can you just all please shut up and let the men finish talking?" I know it's hard for you guys to sit there and not
That's why
say
I
anything.
will never marry an Italian. I
Danielle.
already grew up with one.
Fuck that.
Yeah, Danielle, you had something you wanted to say. Hey, and hold on, Brian. Will you stop muting your wife every time she talks? We see the little
Oh no,
mute
it's
thing going.
because we vape, so I don't want the shh in the microphone. So that's why I always mute it.
I think almost everybody
Because
vapes here. It's fine.
you've told us be careful with the mic, so that's what I always do.
Yeah. No,
So you're
I noticed you doing it
Why are
when
you yelling
she's
at me?
talking. I noticed you're doing it when
You're
she's
getting me
talking.
close to being slapped again. Come on.
No, you're muting her every time she starts to speak, and then you're turning
Okay,
it off
I'm
and
Team
on and off and
Brian.
on. I'm trying to
I'm
get Brian
Brian.
slapped.
I don't know.
I know he is.
I am trying to get Brian slapped. Go ahead, Danielle.
So no, what I noticed is that when we were getting ready for tonight's show, how come the host is never listed with a female as a representative?
Yeah,
A
what
host?
the fuck?
Yeah, why
There
are
isn't
the
a host. It's just the four of us. It's just the
co-hosts?
four. This is just the four of us show. Everyone other than me, Bob, and Brian and Mike are co-hosts.
Our co-host.
I thought my
I
mom
know,
was
but
one.
why do you not have a female host? I feel very underrepresented.
Oh,
I think my
don't know.
mom would make a good
We'll have
host.
to
She's
vote.
always
We'll
on
have
here.
to. Yeah, she might. She's probably going. We'll have to vote. We have to vote.
Yeah,
You have to
okay, a
vote.
vote of four
I
guys.
can't be.
and
I work
one
too much.
chick. Uh-huh.
There's four of us, so I'll have to take my
Sounds
shoes
fair.
off. So,
Jury of your peers.
Just don't show us your feet because I'll cringe.
hey, my
His
feet are
feet
clean.
are
I clip my toenails.
Probably
My feet,
disgusting.
I
Yeah,
will
my-
sell pictures of your feet.
my feet are clean. My feet are clean. I keep clean feet. Clean toenails
As we say, a tiny human run out behind Mandy.
and
I'm so
Skinny and
sorry,
long.
guys. I'm trying to control
who
the
who
buttons.
who? All right,
Talking
guys,
about
let's set them
she runs
straight.
away.
All right, listen. The guys are going to go now, ladies. So please try your best not to speak out of turn. Let the guys finish, and then you can question. Guys,
That's all you
wanted
guys
to-
do is finish. You never wait for women to.
We don't. That's our number one thing. What do we care? I got mine.
You greedy.
Bob.
Wait a minute.
Brian,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait
ahead,
a minute.
go
Wait a
ahead.
damn minute. Okay.
Go ahead.
We just let you finish first. Okay. We let you go first.
I'm not
and
even
finish
sure.
Are you
A
And
good
it's-
few
it's
of you
Kitty's
are,
checking
know what
in.
an orgasm
That's
really is for a
true.
woman.
Hey,
Just saying. Just
it's an
saying.
8-second ride. It's all that counts.
Yeah. All right. Listen, ladies,
That's it.
guys. Do you
Set the
want
ball.
them to question you? Do you guys want them to question any of your picks before, after each one, or do you want them to
Uh-oh.
wait till the end?
Becky's here.
Bob, do you want the girls to question your picks after each one,
I
or
don't-
at the end of all five? Because you know you're going to get shit for
It
either
doesn't
one. At
matter.
least, okay. All right, who wants to go first? Bruce, Brian, or Bob?
It doesn't matter.
All right,
Bruce.
Brian, go,
Bruce.
Brian.
Brian?
Bruce, go ahead, Bruce. I don't know, whoever.
Wait.
Rock, paper, scissors, damn it.
Go ahead,
All right,
Bruce.
Oh, 5 things, huh? Oh, I don't know. Let's see, attraction, right? We have stuff in common. Cleanliness is a good thing.
No smelling that hoochie.
Yeah, it's a rare thing, but it's a good thing. Financially responsible.
You're not looking for
Another
that,
big,
Bruce.
big thing.
You don't want anybody taking his house.
Or yeah, or I don't mind sharing, but I'm not gonna, let's see. See, am I at 4?
That's 4.
Got one more?
Mhm.
God, that's 5 is such a short list.
You need more than 5?
No.
Okay.
I'm thinking the 5 most important things.
Exactly.
So
Big
let's
tits.
see.
Oh Lord, Johnny.
Hey, I'm filling in for Mike. Remember.
That doesn't
Oh,
give
yeah.
you an
For Mike.
excuse to be disgusting.
I said attraction, right? So let's see.
A
I guess
conservative
Republican. I guess a sense of humor.
Sense of
Very
humor.
good.
Yeah.
Good. Hell
All
yeah.
right, Brucey.
Because I gotta have a sense of humor to be dealing with me anyway. So
Yeah. Anything you ladies want to debate on? Anything that he picked on? Or is Bruce okay? Is he good to
I
go?
feel like Bruce Ben's an
good.
amazing person.
There
and
you go.
safe.
You're safe. You slid in. You
Safe.
slid into home.
I
You slid in home.
home.
He's
Slid
no
in home.
mindfuck for sure.
Untouched.
I got
Untouched.
nobody hit me.
Nobody hit him.
Yeah.
We still
Ladies,
got
Danielle, you can reach across the screen. Go ahead.
we got 3 more
Brian.
to go.
Well, Brian, you're up, Brian. Try not to
Uh-oh.
get hit. Try not to get hit,
Brian.
Brian.
Oh, what's the odds, Bob?
It's 6, and he hasn't got
6,
one yet.
right?
Six and a half.
Yeah,
Calling me
6
out.
and a half.
Danielle, I
6 and a
thought we were
half.
friends, Danielle.
I don't know, after all that kitchen talk,
Yeah,
I don't
we
know if
need
I really
7
like
slaps.
that much anymore.
Oh, wait, Sharon says 8 seconds is only for bull riding. Isn't that what we're doing?
Excuse me? Yeah, you went bye.
Go make
If
me
you-
a sandwich.
Bulls males, you be right.
John, what is with you and sandwiches this week?
I'm just kidding.
I'll make you a sandwich.
got a
and
sandwich
I'll tell
thing
you
going,
something.
yeah.
When
Where it
his mom
belongs.
tells him to do something, he
Yeah.
gets his ass up and he does it. So don't let
You
him
know
fool
what?
you.
Wait. What
I
did
love
you
my
make as a
mom. I
sandwich?
love my mom. My mom to death.
I know
What
you.
why doesn't John make us a sandwich? Like, why do we have to make it? John, make us sandwiches.
All right,
You
I'll be
know
right.
what?
I gotta go. I have to go get.
You gotta go make a sandwich.
I'm debating whether Brian is going to give me shit for smoking the cigar during this show, and I'm debating whether I want to go get my cutter or not to light this cigar up without Brian giving me shit.
Well, I
light
already
it
know
up.
you smoke cigars because of your Facebook.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't smoke it live.
Why would it bother me?
That might go
Yeah.
against the terms of Twitch, just so you know.
Because that's that's right. That's right. Thank you. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't. I can't
I've done a lot of reading on my own streaming
Yeah,
times.
thank you for that.
You
'cause
can't
we
do
would've-
it live.
You
No?
can't smoke.
No, I
tobacco
mean
product
mostly
live.
it takes a lot for them to like catch it and stuff. But if somebody reports it, then they'll remove your page.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
a bitch move.
Yeah, because I can't really vape a whole lot when I'm gaming. So when I'm streaming, so
Oh, but vaping's okay, but smoking's not.
no, I mean if somebody catches it, most of the time like there's a lot of gamers and stuff that vape.
As
and
long
they
as you're
do a
not
lot during the
promoting
night,
it.
but yeah,
Yeah,
as long as
as
you're not promoting it.
Yeah, you're not promoting. You're not saying go out and buy some vapes.
Not promoting it. Shush your mouth.
That's what I'm saying. As long as you're not
Shush your
doing
mouth
that.
and go
Just
make me an
remember-
Italian espresso. Go, go, go.
Yeah,
Go.
go.
Go, go, go.
Go
I
make
am
I'll take
thinking
a
of it.
sandwich.
I'm thinking of it. All right, let's let Bob get his top 5 out before I go into mine because mine are dirty.
Well, you didn't
mine
get
are up.
Brian's yet either.
Oh,
You didn't get
wow.
Brian yet.
Oh, Brian, go, Brian. I'm sorry, Brian.
All right,
Go, Brian.
Brian.
So you have to be attracted. You have to be attracted to the person. Like that's number one. Like you have to have some sort of physical attraction.
Yes.
Second will be supportive of whatever you're doing. So like with me and like my vape stuff and so my job wise, like she's always been supportive of me. So that's number 2. Number 3 would be kind of for me. It's more of spontaneous at times, being able to just go and do something without like having to figure stuff out sometimes. 4 would be the ability to like get along with a lot of people. So it's for me it's not about like confrontation, like you have to like. There's all sorts of different people out there, but the ability to get along with almost everybody without creating friction is a big important thing. And then 5 is kind of it's I don't know, being able to
Brian, pick one that's going to get you
without
slapped.
having to
Pick one that will get you slapped.
like
Pick
being
one.
Shut
talking
up.
bullshit.
He's talking. Shut
Yeah,
up.
I
jeez.
want him to get slapped.
Shut up.
No,
Go ahead,
I'm
Brian.
Team Brian. Go, Brian.
you forgot to
Continue with your
I want
lovely top
I
5.
want talking bullshit.
No, communication with your spouse, not BSing and being the governor when you're trying to leave a bar.
No.
Okay, what was your
See, now I'm on the verge.
You're
What?
you got one more, I think.
No, the 5th one is being able to talk and communicate.
Oh, okay.
Bullshit.
Fucking communicate.
That's fine.
I think
List.
we all
Very good,
yeah,
Brian.
you have a
Quick
great
list.
list. You're a
I
good
have to
guy.
make it short, sweet, and quick because if I delve into things, that gets in the whole slap territory.
Just not in the bedroom.
Men are number one. Men are number one. Men are
What's
number
with
one.
men and wanting to be abused, and then you get punched in the face and you call the cops?
Jen's
Yeah.
waving
What?
again.
Smack him in the head.
Yeah.
Smack him.
Faster.
Well, Jen's
Faster.
waving
I
again.
was
What's
just
up,
gonna
Mike?
say
Mike,
that Brian did mention something about being attracted to the person, and the good thing for him is that he's got a hot wife.
Yeah. Gingers are crazy, man.
Well, so you have to have some sort of attraction to the
Danielle is
person
babe.
because otherwise it's just not going to work. Like you have to be.
you have to have a little bit of attraction.
Yeah, you have to have
You
it.
blacked out because she's hot, and she's
Yeah.
a
She is.
If you
Danielle
have
is
too much of a
babe.
list,
She's hot, and you don't put your shirts away. God damn it!
No, what the fuck is wrong with you?
See, there's no need for me to slap him because you guys got it covered.
I am not a
Michael's
part of
got-
this. I am Team
Michael's got
Brian.
his good boxers on tonight, man.
You're Team Brian, so you're saying he should be leaving his shit all over the house. Amanda,
Pick
come
your
on.
shut up.
See?
No, no,
I
no.
thought we
Listen,
were
no,
friends.
Mario,
shut up. Why are you
listen,
being a
listen.
filthy person?
Mario
Right?
leaves like 20 pairs of fucking socks under his desk, and I'm like, where are all the socks? And then
I
I look
just
at the
wanna
desk,
find-
and I'm like, there
I
they are.
honestly don't have that man problem.
I
No,
just want to find matching
That's my
fucking
problem.
socks. For God damn it, that's all I want. Is I want to find matching socks. God damn it.
that's your fault because you do
You're
your own.
single.
No, I changed mine like 10 years ago. I changed it. What I do now is when I take my socks off, I put them in a ball together.
Pause.
So I have
There's
them.
no pausing.
Pause.
There's
Okay.
no pausing.
So our roommate is right on the other side here, and he's talking. We were talking about cleanliness and picking up after his damn self. And our roommate's like, "Does that camera reach out to the living room?" Because he's got a pile of vape shit and like stuff that hasn't been put away in the 3 years we've lived here.
Not in the living room.
He's appalled. Look at his face. He's
that living room.
appalled.
Okay, so that living room
Appalled.
is different. Right?
He's all, listen. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's there. It found
Yeah.
its home. It's living there. It's living
Becky,
there.
You can
There's
answer the
other
question.
things living
You can
on
answer
it,
the
though.
Becky, you can answer the question. It's right there. If you
But
want to
it- but
answer
it's-
your top
it's-
He
five,
mentioned
Becky.
sex, and that's
There's now
very
women,
important.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for the women. We're doing the men right now.
Yeah.
The ladies will recap.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
even-
it
All
is.
the ladies
Talk
wanted
about
was a
it,
big
Bob.
eggplant. It's really, John, right? The women were just down to an eggplant. That's what they wanted, right?
That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
We
No.
could- the
No,
women,
no,
if
no,
we put it all
no.
in a nutshell, it was all about eggplants and
eggplant.
clean laundry.
Yeah.
No. I wasn't here for that.
Oh, and sandwiches. And sandwiches.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
All right, wait, time out. Let's let Bob go. Bob's up.
Yeah,
Bob's
I
dying.
thought it was
Bob's
Bob's turn.
dying. Yeah. Go ahead, Bob. The show is yours.
I don't.
What is
do
Bob?
because I've been single so long. I don't want to start pissing people off. But okay, here we go.
You have been single so long, you cannot afford to be picky. Just kidding.
Top five. Number
I'm
one,
not
a
picky.
pulse.
I am not
Oh.
picky. I am not picky. If she's got a pulse, there's a chance. Okay. If she's got a pulse, there's a chance. That's my mom.
Okay. Good. Honest.
All right. So, all right. Number one. Okay. Self-confidence. A woman's got to be self-confident. Don't doubt yourself. Don't worry if you think you're 5 pounds or 10 pounds over. You're with me. I'm going to love you anyway. It doesn't matter. Be confident whatever you do. If you want to go chase a new job, chase a new job. But just be confident in yourself, because I think one of the things that people, and there's a lot of us, men and women, but we all doubt ourselves constantly, and it's really not that attractive to people. And never ask me if you think an outfit makes you look fat. I'm just going to say I love you anyway, because I don't care.
Just put the P in front.
I love you. Yeah, I love you for you. I don't care. Okay. Now, if I think you look like a sideshow in a circus in an outfit, I might tell you might want to change your clothes.
Come out looking like Bozo and shit. What's wrong with you?
But just self-confidence.
The circus is in town, Bob, right?
Hong Kong.
Nope. The circus may be in town, but you're not one of the performers. Okay, you're not one of the performers.
But do you know what helps self? Oh, sorry, Danielle, go. Sorry.
It goes both ways, though. I feel like a woman can be more self-confident and show more confidence when her significant other is also confident. I'm not saying don't be a douchebag and like, I'm all high and mighty and, I can get any cougar I want, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying be like that. All I'm saying is, like, if you're confident, it's going to make me feel more confident, and we're going to be able to feed off of each other's energy. So it goes both ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A partner helping with that also, because not everybody is confident. As women, we have really high standards we have to uphold to, and that we feel like we have to uphold to.
The bedroom.
Trust me. Men have standards they got to uphold to as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got the bro code.
If you don't look, if you don't look like Mike or Bruce, okay,
Mike
you got to work harder.
Hey,
You got to work
forgot me.
harder.
What the fuck,
just for
Bob?
people to talk to you. What?
John, what about me?
Category.
John, you got big feet, John. You don't have to be attractive. You got big feet.
All right.
Big feet are disgusting.
All right.
I hate to break it to you, but most men have big feet.
All right.
Yeah, but like feet
Bob,
are not an
well-
attraction of mine.
No,
Let
me
Bob
either. I
finish.
think feet are disgusting.
See, this is why I said in the beginning, ladies, let us finish. All the women, take a break, go make a sandwich, let Bob finish.
Go make a fucking sandwich. You got the sandwich.
Go, Bob.
Yeah.
Number
Continue,
two.
Mom, I apologize.
Number two is the communication part, but part of the communication, we all need to, as men and women, we need to, when we communicate, we need to listen to understand. We don't need to listen to react. Because every time there's a statement made, we all get defensive. But we need to listen to understand before we react. And you know what? And communication is tough because sometimes we're going to say something that you're not going to like, and vice versa. Sometimes you're
We
going to
say
say
stuff
something
like
we
this.
don't like.
No.
But sit back and listen and understand it for a minute to see what they actually mean. So communication is key, because even if you can't talk to each other, if you can't go out and share things and talk about everything, then why are you together? Number three.
I agree.
Number three. Gotta be funny, gotta be humorous. You gotta have a decent sense of humor. Now, I don't expect you to know every line from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I don't.
You lie.
But if I pick the funny ones, at least laugh. All right.
You got a hat on.
I mean,
Is it
Can't see
sad
his
I know like
haircut.
every
Yeah,
line
you
from
know.
White Chicks? Is that bad?
yeah,
I
right.
know like
I will
every
do
line
that,
from
okay?
White Chicks. Every line.
I will, when I'm out in public, if I'm having a conversation, if there's a need to throw in a movie line or a song title or something funny like that, I'm going to do it.
Oh.
Because I like to laugh. Laughing's incredible. Laughing is fun. Laughing frees your stress and everything else. Okay.
The fuck?
That's
Number
for John,
4.
by the way. Hey, John,
Yeah,
that's your
number
fan
4.
club.
Okay.
No.
And I know this is gonna irritate, but you gotta cook. I can cook. You gotta cook.
I agree. No,
Okay? I
it
will
can't
cook for
irritate.
you.
That's
It's
a two-way
mutual.
street.
It's
a two-way
mutual.
street.
You made it fair. You said it was mutual. How can that piss anybody off? I
Right.
hate when a woman can't cook
Right.
because
Me
then
too.
it makes me, well, you know what? Actually, truth be told, it makes me look better because I can.
Well, you know,
I mean, I can make
I
a
have
fire ass
dated-
lasagna, guys.
But the
I have
question
some
dated
is,
too
women
many
can just
women
burn
in the
water.
past
the question
who
is,
the best thing they make for dinner is reservations. Okay, I've dated those women. That's not fun. But if I'm going to take the time and cook for you, because I understand, I don't want you to cook for me 7 days a week. Okay, I don't.
right.
You know, a relationship is a partnership, and it's got to be both ways. I don't expect you to go out of your way to do everything for me. I'm a grown ass man. I've lived alone long enough to know I can take care of myself if I want to. I don't need to. I mean, I wish I didn't, because it'd be nice to have somebody around, but it's got to be equal. So if I'm going to cook, you need to cook.
Well,
And
that's
Or
number
you guys
5,
can cook
That's the
together.
way we feel.
that's fine. That's fine. We'll cook together, but you got to
Homeowners
learn how to cook.
association?
Okay.
Hey, cooking together is awesome. Cooking
Yeah.
together is awesome.
That's so much fun, honestly, and
It's
it's
such
such
a
a good,
bonding time.
yeah, good communication, and it's good.
about the
It's
only
really
time.
sexy.
It's
really
about the
sexy
only
Yeah,
time.
it's actually
together.
very sensual. You get turned on
Right.
pretty quickly.
Yeah,
Especially the
there's-
guys just
there's
wearing
no
an
better
apron and
thing
nothing
than
else
to-
barbecuing, right?
You fry them.
it's
and
the
you
only
end up,
time.
like,
It's the only
burning the
time
meal
I
as
don't.
you're-
It's the only time I
on the
trust a
kitchen
woman with a
table.
knife. It's the only time I trust a woman with a knife.
That's kind of iffy, John.
I'm gonna be at your house soon. I would just watch yourself, and I'm bringing
Bob,
my sister.
And you
Oh,
got
God.
all 5.
Ah,
My
wait.
sugar mama.
Number 5.
It's not your sugar mama.
Number
That's
5.
nasty. That's
They know
nasty.
where you
Okay,
live,
number
John.
5.
Number 5. Everybody quiet. Drum roll.
I need you to be passionate.
Passion.
Okay? I need you to be passionate about life, but I also need you to be passionate when it comes time to be passionate. You know what I'm saying? All right.
You don't
If I put on some jazz music and I tell you to get naked and we're going to slow dance in the front room, I don't want you to go, why? Just take your damn clothes off. We're going to slow dance naked in the front room. I will carry your ass to the bedroom, okay? But just be passionate.
If I lights are my boyfriend, he would look at me crazy. He'd be like, "The fuck are we gonna dance naked for?"
Get naked.
Get
I
naked.
just do
I
it.
wasn't looking at anybody crazy. All I'm
Yeah.
saying is be a little passionate.
I
Okay,
like
you can't-
passion
you-
is one of
you-
mine too,
you
Bob.
can't-
Passion is one of mine.
You
I want
can't get
fire.
into the same old rut, okay? Where you just look at
I
each
agree.
other, okay,
I
let's walk
agree.
to the bedroom, blah, 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 blah.
I
No,
agree.
Mix it up. Be passionate.
Baby oil out. The
Or
chocolate
you
syrup.
get-
the showers.
You get that.
like,
You get that. It's 8:05. Let's get this done. It's 8:05. Let's get this done.
I
shit.
do
You mean-
not do scheduled sex.
Yeah.
You mean
Not
going from
do
8
it.
seconds to
All right,
10
I'm
seconds,
done.
John?
Mhm. That's right.
8 to 10.
Everybody,
8 to
give it
10.
for Bob. Bob's
Yeah.
top
Wait, I
5.
actually have something to tell Bob.
All right, hey.
Bob.
You may
Following
question
that
Bob's picks now, one at a
Huh.
time, please, ladies.
No,
One at a time.
No, I'm not questioning it. I want to show you how passionate my relationship is.
Oh God.
So I dropped off my boyfriend a care package today because he has COVID. And I leave the box at the front door, and I'm standing at my car waiting for him to come home. He gets a sad look on his face, and he turns around, pulls down his pants, shows me his whole ass, and smacks. He goes, "You gonna miss this? You gonna miss this ass?"
Look at this white ass. You're gonna miss this white ass.
So freaking awesome.
He's Hawaiian, but he does have a white. I don't know how that works. It's like the beacons of Gondor shining off of his ass. It's so weird. I'm like, how are you whiter than me under your clothes?
We all are.
much.
No, he's whiter than my skin complexion and my undercarriage under his clothes.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm pretty white, Nita. I'm pretty white. Is this comparable?
No, he's like full on Hawaiian. He has no white in him.
Your ass is always going to be a few shades lighter than the rest of your body.
Listen,
I
hope
date
so.
Hispanic men.
Hey.
That's not necessarily true.
I live in North Dakota. Like, I'm whiter than white. Come on now. Like, there's nobody whiter than.
I'm whiter than
Yeah.
him. I glow in the dark.
Yeah, so like that's
Your
our
ass
problem.
glows in the dark, Brian.
I glow in the dark. I'm that white.
To be fair, you're a ginger. To
No,
him,
that's not to be fair. That's singling out the ginger. What are you doing? Why are you being like
No,
that?
no. Gingers are nicely
They're pale
Their
skinned.
complexion is beautiful, and they have those little
Olive
freckles.
skin.
I think gingers are. I dated a ginger in high school. She was pretty hot.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate that. But yes, it sucks having see-through skin because I can see every one of my veins, and it's nasty because you don't tan. You just
Medically, that's a good
I
thing.
just look like a fucking tortilla because I'm white and I got like freckles everywhere.
I would
That's
just
why your
rather be
husband got
like.
with you, because you look like a tortilla.
See, I would rather be just clear, so I don't like have to worry about like tanning and stuff.
that's pretty much what my skin is.
Like if
But you
it's
guys,
great.
you guys can all walk into a dark room and light it up, huh?
Well, yeah, that's
I used to do the new
Our
tanning
bedroom
bed.
doesn't need any mood lighting because I just take my clothes off and it's like
Yeah.
glowing.
yeah. If you go to North Dakota, like in the evening, like
You're
nighttime,
the light of his
and
life.
you'll see people walking between the bars. You'll see this like these like green like lines going back and forth like ants. It's great.
Okay. Now
It's
that
not
we
true, but it'd be hilarious.
the whitest. Moving on.
50
I,
Shades.
I can't compete in the whiteness thing here. So
Yeah,
You're on the fucking golf course all day, dude. Jesus, you're like a walking
Living your
friggin-
best.
You're a walking
6-year-old man
vacation,
life.
Bruce. You're
Yeah.
a walking vacation.
Yes. You're what
Backs
those
are
little
always
like
packed. Walking
sugar babies are looking for.
yeah,
You can take your little night bag with you.
like a walk.
You're over the
I
night
could-
bag.
I could step out in the front porch and get a suntan just by opening
Becky,
the door.
I would tell you mine, but I can't get these women to shut up for 5 seconds.
Aw,
Oh,
You're
come
Italian.
on,
You should know
John.
better,
You're not
women.
that
I'm gonna get a lot of
mean.
hate tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna cover for Mike ever
Mike,
again.
No,
you're
you
stepping,
can't.
you're
You're not
stepping
even
up,
this
John. You're
mean,
stepping up. Tell me
John.
we get a sandwich.
You're not.
I'm gonna talk to Gracie about
All
your
right.
attitude.
There's 4 of you. Break it down. One go cut the tomatoes. One go get the lettuce. One get the meat, and somebody get the bread. And shut up.
I got a whole chicken on the stove right now.
I don't eat chicken.
Becky's
Sorry
looking
for
for
you.
my jacuzzi.
I don't eat chicken. I don't eat chicken. All right. Attraction. I have to be attracted to her. Period. If I'm not attracted to her, I'm probably not even going to say hello to her. So, passionate. I love passion. I want someone that's. I mean, I don't want someone like, let's go hiking. Oh my God, yes, let's go. But at least, someone that is going to show some excitement, a little bit of excitement, not just if we're going hiking, but in bed, which it doesn't be an issue. But confidence, I like that because I did date somebody for a long time that wasn't very confident, and I couldn't take it. It just drove me nuts, and it just seemed like all I was doing was constantly trying to make her feel good about it. And I shouldn't have to do that all day, all the time. I just can't stand that. So just confidence in yourself. Other than that, I really don't give a shit. You got to like coffee and you got to like Italian food. That's it. I mean, it's I
Hey,
don't
John, don't they got to be able to make a sandwich?
They got it. Well, that's the
Listen.
chip. Look, I explained this when God made them. He already put that little chip in there, dude. The chip is there. They already know how to make a sandwich. They should
I've
know how to
never
do
seen this man
laundry.
eat a sandwich. Never.
I don't eat sandwiches, so
I can make a fire ass Italian lasagna.
yeah, there you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, but you don't make you. Wait,
Yeah.
I heard you the way you said is fine. But you use ricotta cheese. I don't.
Oh no, I
make
don't
the
use
Beaujolais
ricotta cheese.
sauce.
I don't use that. I don't use that when I make mine.
she uses cottage cheese.
I know. I
cottage
use
cheese.
cream cheese.
Beaujolais, I
cottage
make a
cheese.
Beaujolais sauce. I make a sauce.
sour
I make a
cream.
cheese sauce. I don't use ricotta. I make a cheese
Oh,
sauce.
you gotta show me that cheese sauce, yeah?
So I use like
Because I
3 or
put
4 different
ricotta
types of
in
cheese.
mine, but that's because I grew up. with different Italians.
Oh, I'll add one more. She's got to like coffee because I'm tired of this. You know, I'm not going to date another person that doesn't like coffee. It's just
Coffee's
ridiculous.
delicious.
Yeah.
Coffee is the
Your
nectar of
espresso?
gods.
My espresso's the bang. As long as I remember to put the fucking water in the machine and not burn my beans and ruin my damn espresso machine.
I wasn't there for that, but I wish I was.
Oh, it was hilarious.
I think if Mario didn't like coffee.
I do it on the old fashioned. I have an old fashioned espresso maker where you put the water in and then you put the beans on this thing and it boils and it boils up the water. Well, I forgot to put water in the bottom of it, but I put my beans in there. So I'm sitting there over the stove and I'm like, why isn't it boiling over? Why isn't the coffee coming out yet? And all of a sudden I started smelling this burnt coffee bean.
Roasting your beans, weren't you?
Yeah. Go ahead, Danielle.
Okay. So most of us on here are coffee connoisseurs, from what I'm gathering.
Right.
Brian is more of a like recent coffee kind of person. And so we were at the grocery store and he's looking at these different creamers. I usually drink my coffee black, so I don't care what he gets. And I want to know your
Becky's
thoughts.
hungry, Joe.
I want to know your thoughts and if they have this in your area and if you would try it. You know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Oh
This
God,
is
not.
This is great.
He bought Fruity Pebbles
Oh my God.
coffee creamer.
Yeah, I wanted
No,
to see. I'm like, oh, I like cereal. I like coffee.
No, Brian. No, Brian.
It's probably one of those things where like I like sushi. I like gas stations. You know, I'm probably gonna like gas station sushi, and we all know how that turns out. That doesn't turn out well.
I use the Italian. The first cup I have in the morning is always black, no sugar. And then my second cup will be a little bit of creamer. And usually it's the Italian creamer from
The sweet cream.
Yeah. And then
like
the rest of the rest of the day is black, but I'll have at least one cup with creamer in it. Yeah. At least one. But my first one is usually it's a double shot of espresso, and then I'll have a cup of black coffee, and then the rest of the day would be a little just, maybe I don't know, a couple teaspoons of creamer in my coffee. No sugar though.
I think my favorite coffee is the Italian coffee your mom makes me when I go over. She says, sit down.
Oh, with the sugar. Yeah,
coffee.
that's a fucking heart attack.
For you to make it.
Yeah.
When I shot it,
one.
she got mad. So
Yeah.
she's like, you're supposed to sip it. You're not supposed to shoot it.
Yeah. Well, I thought you were talking about that other thing she makes where it's a half a cup of sugar and then she pours like all the coffee into that sugar and mixes it up and makes the syrup out of it.
You're having a little coffee with your sugar?
Yeah, no. But what you do is you'll get it'll be like a full cup of coffee, but espresso now, not regular coffee, espresso.
It's espresso.
And a half a cup of sugar, and you pour that espresso into that sugar and you mix it up and you make this paste out of it. And then you use that paste in your espresso. So it's this extra. It's amazing. If you ever want to try it,
it's the best coffee. Honestly,
it's really good.
When I moved for like years, I don't remember how long it was. Mom, you probably know. I miss that coffee all the time. I've been to a lot of coffee spots down in SoCal.
Yeah,
I've been to a lot of coffee spots, Starbucks, Pete's, everywhere, and nothing compares to.
What you got there, Johnny? Which one's that?
No, it's e-liquid company.
Oh, I thought it was a coffee place.
It looks like they did get in some trouble for the logo a little bit, I think, but it's barista.
I still like my Starbucks, the Sumatra blend. I like that one.
Yeah, that's a good blend.
That's a nice blend. I got a new coffee.
Pete's. I like the Pete's. What is the one I've been doing? It's a real dark roast.
I like dark roast. I don't like the light or the breakfast blend, or I like some kick in the coffee.
Breakfast blend is gross.
That's like useless.
It's water.
All right, I'm gonna pick a number from 1 to 10. Bob.
7.
Brian, Danielle.
She says 3.
3. Amanda.
6.
All right, Amanda goes first. What would be your dream vacation?
Oh God, I don't know.
All right, we'll come back to you again later. No,
well, I mean, like, I think Just anywhere where there's just clean water.
Come on. You have
blue.
one since your childhood.
I
We
don't know.
all
I mean,
have.
like I've always wanted to go to like Bora Bora and stay one of those little
There you
tiki
go,
hut
see?
things. Like it's just gorgeous. I love like the clear water, and it just sounds like a romantic getaway for me and hubby. Just this little tiny hut, and dive right into the water in the morning. And
Would you go full beach? Like no amenities, just live in the hut? That'd be awesome. I think that'd be awesome.
no, I would totally do. I mean, I grew up camping, and you basically like just sit in the wilderness. So I would do that on a beach. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That'd be super fun.
Go all. What was that? Oh God. What's the Tom Hanks movie? Lost in the Ice.
Castaway.
Yeah, go all Castaway on shit, dude.
I don't know about that. I mean, outside of that, I mean, Mara and I have always wanted to go to like Italy. We've always wanted to go to Italy.
Oh yeah, you'll love Italy.
I mean, our daughter. I mean, our daughter's name is Milan. Like we want to go out of the country. So here, baby.
Someday.
Yeah, we really want to. We're gonna take a vacation one of these years. I don't know when, but would love to go to Italy.
That's it.
I mean, I think so. I don't know. I just want to travel everywhere, I guess. Like, I'd love to go backpacking somewhere. I want to go to the UK. I want to go everywhere. I've always loved to travel. I mean, I've been to 48 out of 50 of the states. And
wow,
now
like
I'm ready
me.
to I love to travel, but yeah. My dad, we traveled a lot. So I just haven't been to Alaska. And I haven't been to South Dakota, oddly. My kid.
Oh, you're not alone. You're not alone on that one.
Much.
Yeah, those are the only 2 states I haven't been, but I've been everywhere else.
You've been to North Dakota before?
No.
I have.
Oh.
I've been everywhere except for the South Dakota and Alaska.
Right. Jennifer, your dream vacation.
I'd like to go to Greece.
Greece. Me too, for many reasons.
Greece. I would
I already know there's going.
What? No, I would like to go there for the food and
you shut up.
You shut up. Everything. I didn't say Amsterdam, you jackass. I said Greece.
Greece.
I didn't assume that. I'm assuming greasy men. You want greasy men?
That's disgusting. Okay, I'm going there for the food because Mediterranean food is awesome. The architecture is amazing. The history of the country itself.
The history.
Everything about it, it's gorgeous. And greasy men, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, what's the matter with you? What's the matter, you? Huh? What's the matter, you?
What's the matter? No, Greece, most definitely. I've never been to Alaska. I've seen, even though it's kind of crazy and everything, I would still. I mean, I haven't seen as many of the states as Amanda, but I've seen over 31 states, and I've been to 5 different countries. Every time you go someplace else, even if it's another state, it's like going to another country sometimes. But the way that they are and they act, and so that's really cool. So I would love to see that now. Tokyo, Japan, even though with all the stuff going on,
missing comments.
That would be awesome to go to Tokyo, to go to Japan.
I'd actually like to go to Tokyo, because apparently they have this weird fascination with American people there.
With what?
Apparently they have this weird fascination of Americans there. They really like Americans there. I don't know why.
Tokyo? Where?
In Tokyo, Japan?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
American you are. I don't think so.
No, they call them gaijins. They hate Americans.
They tolerate them because it makes money, but they don't like
But
them.
they hate us a lot. They think that we're stupid.
Who?
Oh, no, I'm sure.
The Japanese people, Japan, they think that we're fucking retarded. Oh, excuse me. Shit.
Oh, shit.
I've been hanging out with my grandma.
Okay, that's not a good excuse, and that's not good.
I never use that word. I never use it.
This isn't a PC show anyway, so fuck.
No, but I don't like that word personally, and I never use it unless I'm around my grandma for some reason because it rubs off hard.
That's just digging deep. Shit.
All right, you're going to timeout. Get in the corner. And don't make me a sandwich.
Greece, Alaska, and Japan would be some really great places. And I've never been to Hawaii of all the places. Everybody else I know has been Hawaii.
I've never been to
I haven't
Hawaii
been there
either,
yet.
man. I've been to a whole bunch of places. I've never been to Hawaii.
You've never
We're gonna
been to
go when I
Hawaii?
get married, Mom.
Oh,
I
Hawaii's
learned when I was
amazing.
younger, this was the saying we used to say. If you want to go to Hawaii, just go to Southern California. That's what we used to say when we were
Absolutely
kids.
wrong.
No.
Absolutely.
Very wrong. I've been to. I
It's
lived
so
there.
wrong.
I live in Southern California. It's beautiful when you go to the beaches. Don't
Wait,
get me
you
wrong.
live in
That's what I'm
Southern
talking
Cali?
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Girl, let's hang out.
Oh, girl, what's up, girl? Let's go get some coffee. Make some sandwiches together.
I'm gonna make Jen my
Hey.
fire ass lasagna.
Sarah's on there. We haven't
Oh,
seen Sarah on the show in a
Hey,
while.
Sarah. Deb's on here.
I live in
Chris,
LA County. I live right by.
Aaron, Becky. Well, that's
Oh, okay.
Becky.
I go to LA 45 minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
Mom,
I
you
don't
remember
know.
that
I don't
boat?
see. I don't like being somewhere to like Hawaii. Like everyone's like, you go, it's great, and then like 4 hours later, you just kind of feel isolated, which you are. I mean, you can literally go around the whole island in like 3 hours in a car. It's just, I don't know.
No, you can't.
They're beautiful.
Wait, no.
No,
you
it takes
can't.
longer than that. It takes longer than that. But
It's 4 hours.
beautiful.
You could drive around the whole island.
It's
4 hours.
Beautiful there.
There's a lot to see.
You know
It
what's
would take longer than
amazing
4
is
hours.
You go to one side of the island and it's like warm and super nice, and then you go to another side and it's like tropical, rainy.
I'll go
Like,
someday.
Oh, that's
it's
romantic.
amazing. It is so. I went with Mario two times already. It's amazing. It is amazing.
And see, I want to enjoy that. Oh, London.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of mine
British
too. London.
man.
Yeah, I didn't get to go and do that. I got that, but I want to go to
You went to Germany.
Ireland. I want to go to Ireland and Scotland.
There's a thing about kilts.
Oh yes.
All right, Bruce, you've traveled a lot, but is there one place you haven't been other than Hawaii?
right back.
I haven't been to Hawaii. It's always
your
always thought as
dream-
a couple's vacation. So
you need to come to Italy with me. We need to come to Italy with me and Joe.
Go to Italy.
Italy would be blast, especially if we're going to do the Tuscany area and all that crap. That would be.
Yeah, you need to go to Italy with me and Joe when we go back.
So we meet some of your Italian cousins back there.
That's it. Yeah, you won't have to pay for food or lodging.
Yeah. Well, I think you guys were planning one until they locked the world down, weren't you?
Yeah. We were supposed to go for our 50th. We were supposed to go to Italy, Ireland, and in England.
Sign me up.
To go hike. Yeah. Italy was going to be last. We were going to go England, Ireland, and then back to Italy. I want to see the history. I love history, so being able to see all that stuff.
I was always a big history buff in school, so I kind of get fascinated with the history and stuff like that. But and I've been to Mexico a zillion times. I've been to Dominican. I've been to. Was it?
No, we don't want to go to Hawaii right now.
No, go to Kauai or Maui. Don't go to
Oahu. Any of the Hawaiians.
I've been to Maui twice.
No, Jamaica. I've been to Jamaica. That's a dirty place too.
You got to stay on the resort there.
Yeah, well, we did ventured off, and it took me a while to get back to the resort.
You had to pay your way back in.
I pretty much did because we kind of got abandoned out at Rick's Cafe. You know that famous place where they dive off the cliffs. So we had a paid trip there, and the guy was supposed to come back and pick us up in a couple hours, and the guy never showed up. So then I had to hire
back to your hotel.
I had to hire another cab to get back to the hotel. But I got the cliff dive, so that was cool. Not like the crazy.
Did you do it?
I didn't go up to the top like the locals do.
How many feet were you up? How many feet was it?
Huh?
How many feet was it?
Oh, it's probably about 30 to 40 feet. But you got to time it for when the swell comes in.
How are you supposed to time that shit from up there?
I mean, the guys, they go up there like they're 60, 70 feet up, and they go up the top of the cliff. Then they climb a tree, right? And then they get out on this freaking tree limb, right? And then they kind of hold, and then they do like a backflip off of it. And I mean, they're timing the swell to come in because that's when the water is deepest in this pool that you're dropping in, right? But I mean, the water's violent coming into the pool that they're dropping into, you know. But it's straight cliff all the way down from up top.
And
But,
how
yeah,
far did you jump? Halfway or what?
no, I was probably a third of the way, maybe.
A third of
It's
the
where
way.
it's where all the tourists jump. You know, basically you climb
Did
up.
you did you go straight feet
No, I went
first?
feet first. Yeah,
Feet first.
yeah.
Were you
Kinda-
in the air long enough to realize what you had just done?
Oh yeah,
Oh fuck that.
You lived.
yeah, yeah. I wasn't going to hit anything, you know. And you just pop you out, and then there's kind of like a rocky ledge with a rope ladder you got to climb up to get out of. But and then of course you're coming up to the cliffs with the swells like that, trying to climb out. So it gets interesting. Yeah,
I did that shit, Donut. I did it twice. That's it.
Yeah.
The second time I was good.
The only island I'd like to see is Guam because it looks just so beautiful. Everything I've ever seen on Guam is just unbelievable. The island, the people, the food, the culture, all that seems to be really amazing there.
Now my
And
gardener trying to get me to go to Vietnam with him because he's from Vietnam. He says he fixed me up with a good village girl.
They chew.
And a wife.
They chew on cocaine. Because I'm not gonna say it on here, but they chew on that shit.
They could say cocaine.
The plant.
Cocoa
Yeah, they
plant,
chew on it and it gets you like fucked.
That's a chocolate
That's how
bush?
they realize. That's how they well, they do it because their teeth hurt so bad, and they use it to numb their teeth because they don't have any dentist. Yeah, they're using it for not for the getting high purposes, but because they don't have.
My friend, when he went to Vietnam, he was chewing on that shit every day.
Well, he was probably doing it because he wanted to get high.
It's all legal here.
Chew on this.
Don't chew on that.
No,
Brian, we're gonna let Danielle go first because you talked way too much. So
I gotta
Danielle?
get coffee and a smoke break. I'll be back.
All right, vape break, vape break,
Vape break.
There you go.
You
Nobody
My-
smokes here.
No smoke.
Go ahead, Danielle. The show's all yours.
I have to go to Paris to see the Louvre before I die. That's like my thing. You're a dick.
Damn.
I've always just
count as
really
a-
wanted to see like the Monet Gallery and everything in Paris. So
Oh, yeah.
that's like my number one. My number two is Ireland because I want to see our family castles before they're completely gone.
You have family castles? Do tell. Which ones?
I'm from the O'Driscoll clan,
Okay.
so southeastern Ireland in Cork. We have 5 family castles. And there's like an O'Driscoll clan gathering every single year. So I think it'd be cool to do that before I die.
That's so cool.
Yes, it is. It's very cool.
That's
Uh,
super cool.
You married heritage, Brian. She
You
comes
married
from
royalty.
good stock. She comes
So
from good
that
stock.
wasn't on
We were
purpose.
not royalty. We actually were pirates.
Well,
We
the
did.
Ocean's royalty.
No, we had like droves of ships that would go out and just like basically rob
Pillage.
ships.
Robin privilege. Brian, I guess you can go next. Oh wait, Danielle,
Yes.
you done, huh? Are you done?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Can you slap Brian for me so we can get at least one in the book? Just one. We get one in the books.
Did you miss the one I did earlier?
One
I
already
missed
happened and you missed it.
Oh, okay. Okay. As long as we got one in the books already.
Yeah.
Shows her. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Brian. You better say Ireland.
No, well, it's gonna be kind of like in the mix there because like I actually would like to take a European trip, like London and Germany, and throughout that whole entire area. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think my other one I would probably like would be to Australia.
Ew.
Yes. It's
Bugs. Ooh.
Just something completely different.
I would be terrified of the crocodiles and the snakies.
I don't
And the
mind
big-ass
snakes
fucking
and
spiders.
crocodiles. I don't do spiders.
I don't do spiders. No, fuck the spiders.
Nope, no spiders,
Good on
no
that.
scorpions, or
No, they're huge.
Yes, no. Australia tries to kill you
Hey,
when you
Brian,
arrive.
just tell him to shut up so you can finish and go make a sandwich. Go ahead. You can say it.
Australia's like The Mist, the movie. Like it was created from that fucking country.
Well,
I
Australia.
mean, I'll go to Sydney, but that's about
Yeah,
it.
well, I mean, Sydney, Australia, like that trip itself wouldn't be like a long trip. It'd be like three or 4 days, whatever type thing.
God
But
damn.
then, like I would actually like to go to like Tokyo just because like the architecture there, because they are very unique and like how they do everything there, and how they put everything together. I think it's just kind of fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just kind of how I look at it. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you, Brian, for sharing, Brian.
You're welcome.
Very nice.
Thanks for letting me talk
sorry
a bit. It's great.
I'm sorry that the girls interrupted you. They're so rude.
We love you, Brian.
Yes.
We do very much. You're our favorite out of the guys.
Ha.
Now,
What about
everybody
Bruce?
shut up so Bob could tell us his.
John, if I had the ability to mute you, I would. You're being such an asshole.
I know.
This is so unlike
All
you,
right.
John.
All right,
It's
all right.
very
I'll go back to
unladylike.
being me. I'll go back to being me.
Please.
All right, go. All right, ladies, can you please be quiet for a few minutes so Bob can tell us his story? Thank you, ladies.
Okay,
Love
so
Make a sandwich.
Hugs.
so Jennifer kind of mine. There was a movie back in 1982 starring Peter Gallagher and Daryl Hannah called Summer Lovers, and I always wanted to go to Greece.
Yeah.
Just watching that movie, I always wanted to go to Greece, just for the beaches and the nightlife and the art and the history and stuff. But yeah, Greece would have been Greece is number one. But what I really love to do take months, rent a motorhome,
Is it me or is his
start
thing
in
off? I can't
like Savannah, Georgia, and drive north up the eastern seaboard and visit all the battle sites from the Revolutionary War and the Civil War. I did that years ago when I was a kid, when I was 20. Me and a buddy road trip across America. Yorktown was amazing, but we didn't get to spend enough time there. Williamsburg was awesome. Jamestown was awesome. And we only got to spend like 1 day in D.C. I would love to spend 2 days just inside the Smithsonian because there was so much cool shit to see. And we, in the Air and Space Museum. But I would just seriously love to be able to travel the eastern seaboard of the U.S. and just see all the historical sites, all the battlefields. Because we did get a chance to walk Manassas, which was the first battle of Bull Run, the one of the battles that was the first battle of the Civil War, and it was really cool how they laid out the cannons and how the different armies and stuff lined up, where they went, and just all the strategy that the North had no idea how to fight a war at the time. And Robert E. Lee was such a genius. But I would just love to see all that. Cowpens, the Battle of Guilford Courthouse. I mean, that's what I would really love to do.
Nice.
Well, you didn't say like Fargo, North Dakota, because the pictures I sent you.
Oh God.
Brian, I am going to make it to Fargo because I've been to 44 states, and I have not been to Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Alaska. So those are on my before I die to do. And trust me, when I get to North Dakota, I'm going to Fargo. All right, and you're buying. When we go to
It's
the bar.
the only
You're buying.
city worth seeing, to be honest.
Yeah. And also that museum is as big as all the pictures I sent you. So just so you know, it's
And-
not
That
very
was the
big.
whole museum. That was the whole
And
museum.
if you go to DC, Bob, make sure you go to the Holocaust Museum. The Holocaust Museum is an absolute must. If you ever get to DC, you have to do the Holocaust Museum. It will.
Well, that and I would really love, to see the Vietnam Memorial.
Yeah.
Vietnam Memorial.
So when I was a senior in high school, we played in Carnegie Hall in New York.
Oh, nice.
So we did a tour of like the Northeast area. So we went up to like Concord, and we toured the area like where the shot heard around the world was at, and they still have like the bullet in the house, and we went through like Liberty Bell. We went through all of the monuments and everything in DC. All of the Smithsonian's, everything like that. We watched like the Boston Pops. We went to like Quincy Market, and all of the historical places in like Massachusetts. We went to Marblehead and saw the original painting of 1776 or Spirit of 76.
Spirit.
So
well, I've done Boston. I mean, I've done like Bunker Hill and some of the stuff around there. But when I went to Boston, thank God I got to go to the old Boston Garden and see a basketball game.
You love to
But
Boston.
the one thing that always amazed me about Washington, D.C. is when I got there, I was kind of blown away because here's the Washington Monument, but every picture you see of the Washington Monument, it looks like the pond is in front of it, and it's actually not. They're taking the picture from the Lincoln Memorial, shooting it across, so it looks like it's in front of the Washington Monument, where it's actually in front of the Lincoln Memorial, which was, when I got there, just kind of blew me away. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Right?
Sons of a bitch.
The only one that I didn't get to experience, because I was kind of having a depression swing at the time, was the Iwo Jima Memorial, where they were putting like the flag up. I can't remember the name of the memorial off the top of my head. Where they're all piling on the flag, putting the flag up.
Yeah, where's Bruce? Where's Bruce?
It was okay, so it was the Iwo Jima one. But that was the only one where I stayed on the tour bus because I was just like kind of done with it.
Hey, there's Bruce. We had a question for you, but now it's too late. So
I was listening.
But yeah, I mean, DC is an absolute must.
I go out there and I have it on the cell phone so I can hear you guys and I can type. But
you actually know how to do that?
Ooh. Ryan, shut up.
I don't know how to type on the computer when I'm talking.
Slap him, Danielle.
I got this one finger's really quick, Brian.
I think anybody that's like in the United States, if you have the opportunity to go to Washington D.C., like politics aside, I mean, if you're there for a rally or something, that's your own thing. But take your time and actually go visit these historical sites because I mean, the other thing is we don't know when they're going to get taken away from us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's the thing. Like when I went down to DC for that rally, like it was a quick time frame. Not gonna lie, we got in there. What was that? When did we arrive again? That was.
I don't fucking know. I didn't go.
That was late Friday night. I think it was.
Woo! Slap him, Danielle.
Taking care of your kid.
Slap him, Danielle.
No, that was
making sandwiches.
So we left Iowa on Thursday, and then so we got to DC. That was 16 hours. So that was late Friday, early Saturday morning, and then we slept. And then we went to the rally on Saturday, and then after that we had something to eat, and we did a little bit of sightseeing for like 2 hours maybe.
Yeah, you can't.
And then we had
2 hours.
something to eat, and then we crashed at like 9 p.m. Woke up at like 2 a.m. on Saturday, early Sunday morning, and then we headed out. Yeah. So we'll be back because I got back in enough time on Sunday.
Yeah, Michael, especially in the South,
to do our draft stuff in Iowa for the fantasy football thing. Like that's where I was. I was in my car on the laptop when I did the fantasy football stuff.
Well,
so it was a quick trip. Not gonna lie, it was fun though.
There are certain things in DC that you can skip. Like they have like this big central station kind of place where like when you get there, everyone's like, "Oh, go to this central station place because there's like lots of places to eat and there's like you can people watch and all this stuff." That was disgusting. That was like probably the worst part of the entire trip was like seeing just like the bums all over the place and like skip Anacostia. Don't even bother. Like stay in one of the, like, stay in Maryland. Maryland is really nice. And then commute into the city. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that you can skip, but I mean, Arlington Cemetery it's cool, but it's really quick, in my opinion. I mean, it's a lot of walking for what there is to see. You know, but
Right.
right.
Well, when I went back in like 1983, I want to say, we made the mistake and got off the wrong exit on the 95. In case you people don't know, the DC is surrounded by a big fucking ghetto.
Yeah, it is.
Well, right now it's got a big fence around it.
No, that's why at the Capitol. That's why at the Capitol.
Yeah. The Capitol
so is Detroit though too. Detroit's the same way, surrounded by
it's like a bomb went off like 10 miles around downtown. You have downtown. Downtown is pretty nice and taken care of, and then everything else looks like a bomb went off in like a 10-mile radius. Yeah. And then you have like the burbs where you have all the people living.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't it Detroit where Halloween they would light the city on fire?
Yeah.
Wasn't that
you could
Detroit
buy a
every
whole
Halloween?
house? You could buy a whole house in Detroit for $1,500 right now.
Yeah.
A whole house.
In a great abandoned neighborhood.
I think it is.
That's messed up. Me and a buddy one time in 1993, after the riots in LA, we were going down to see the Dodgers and the Dodgers and Reds for a weekend series. My buddy made the hotel reservations, so we're in a gated Best Western on the corner of 5th and Mariposa, in the middle of all these burnt out buildings that they burned down after the O.J. Simpson verdict or whatever. No, after the Rodney King riot.
Right. Yeah.
Then who hasn't said their vacation yet?
Me.
I think. Yeah, go, hun. You're up.
I think
Ida?
my first, because it's not mine, but it was because it was somebody I loved who really wanted to go, would have been Turks and Caicos. My uncle Matt, he was super obsessed with Turks and Caicos. Is it on? Does it not work? Okay.
Yeah.
He would always talk about it like all the time. He's like, I'm gonna go here. And he didn't get the chance to go, so that's why I would want to go there first. Just because I want to have that experience for him, because he's no longer here to do it. But my like whole dream vacation is to go to South Korea to eat, because my big ass is gonna eat a lot of fucking food to eat, and to get like a third husband.
A third husband?
Or like a second husband, like a sister husband, for my boyfriend. But no, I'd actually like to travel across Asia just because food. And then I have like family in the Philippines, and I want to go see them.
Their food scares me though, man.
Why?
Especially over there.
None of it's cooked.
No, it's cooked.
I went to Mexico. You don't know what you're eating there either. And I still ate it, and it was fucking good.
I've never had food issues in Mexico.
Well, you're in a resort.
I've been there 20 times.
Yeah, but you're staying. You
never had a food issue down there.
But you're eating
how
at the resort.
far in Mexico have you gone though?
I've been in like the ghetto of Mexico.
How far?
I'm in the resorts. I'm in the resorts. They're not going to push you down the resorts.
Yeah.
Right.
My dad ended up in the hospital with salmonella after his trip to Mexico, the only time he's ever been out of the country, and he almost died. And then 3 months later, he had a quadruple bypass and had complications because of the salmonella.
Yeah, there's rules when you go to Mexico, and the rules I always was told.
I mean,
you can live with the tape.
You can drink the bottled water.
You can live.
Yeah, don't drink the water. Get bottled water.
Only.
No ice.
Drink the Coke, because it's good.
Ice.
And then the other thing is, and the common people when they have an issue with their stomach, is because they go down there and they're mixing drinks. You can't. They go down there and they see that whole assortment of mixed drinks on the bar thing with the fruity thing and the blue Hawaiian, and I mean, all that stuff, and they just start mixing them up, rum, vodka, tequila, and they get sicker than crap because they've mixed the drinks and it's kicked their ass, and then or they eat stuff that's not normally in their diet, so they'll load up on fruit or something like that. Well, they'll get the Montezuma resort because they've ate a whole lot of fruit and crap. So
that's what I call an adios, motherfucker.
No, they stayed in a resort and they had room service brought to their room, and they had, eggs, bacon, like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the eggs are what my dad got salmonella from.
That's like super rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been down there at least 20 times, and I've never had an issue.
Yeah.
And my wife.
Have you seen the donkey show, Bruce?
No, I have not seen the. I've heard about the donkey show, but I've seen the donkey.
That's fucking disgusting.
I've only been down there like 4 times by myself, and you're at risk if you go to where the locals go.
Right.
Yeah, you'll get.
I went. It was fire.
You'll
never
get,
regretted it. I went to deep like TJ. It was good. It was delicious.
Yeah, you'll get jumped and rolled.
Right.
Really easy if you go where the locals
they think, rich American, or they're just gonna
they'll roll you.
Well, there's something in the ginger community too. Like when you go to Mexico, and this is years ago, so it may be better, it may be worse now. But basically what they'll do is, since gingers are so rare in the world, but especially in Mexico, they will try and like kidnap you and trying to sell you into like the sex trade.
Yep.
So you can't go anywhere by yourself at all because you will be taken. Like there's no question about it. Like
it's the same with the Dominican Republic too.
Been there too.
It's very, very nasty down there. I know of people who were girls who were in the army up here when they were based down there. When they were off base, they actually had to be escorted off base to do their jobs.
Yeah,
be surrounded by other guardsmen so they could do their job, and then they would actually have to come back with them, because if they ventured off past that point or past the guards where they weren't seen, they had a very high risk of being captured and being brought somewhere that they shouldn't be.
Right.
The only place I felt threatened was in Jamaica when we went off the beaten path a little bit and went to like a local flea market. And I actually thought I was going to have to defend myself down there for a few times, because these guys they just kind of encroach you, and it's like, bag off, dude.
Well, so when John was asking the question, what's everyone's dream vacation? I'm kind of curious, what's everyone's anti-dream vacation? Like Mexico. The place you North do Dakota. Not want to go. And
North Dakota.
Years ago.
Fargo, North Dakota.
I would have to say, like, my absolute nightmare vacation would probably be like Southeast Asia, because I'm deathly allergic to shellfish.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can't go to the south then.
So, yeah, I mean, it's like one of those hard things, because like Southeast Asia would be absolutely horrendous for me. I would have to eat only like, processed food or American food, because anything shellfish will kill me.
Yeah.
My other nightmare would probably be Russia. Just because
everyone's nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, it is. But the thing is, it's like,
you don't want to meet Putin?
Well, no, it's I can't go to a country that has such oppressive rules towards women. So like the Middle East and Russia. Like if I can't speak my mind and say what's on my mind, and I constantly have to have this filter or walking around on eggshells, you can't have a vacation if you're constantly fearing for your life. you know, and like, I'm a very opinionated person. I say what's on my mind all of the time. He gets really pissed at me because I'm a very extroverted person when it comes to things. And sometimes I don't know when to shut up. I don't know when to not say something. And so going to a country that has, you know, restrictions on females because they think that we're a lesser breed or an, you know, an insignificant part of the world, I can't even imagine trying to support an economy like that by even visiting. Like, it just makes no sense.
What about Dubai?
Yeah, that's bad. There, you got separate entrance for women in the malls,
I
the
couldn't do
stores.
it.
You can't drive.
I mean, I have coworkers that, you know, they work for, you know, they work for government agencies and they get stationed in Dubai because they're trying to like help relations, or they're trying to build up, you know, the U.S. military presence in the area and like help with all the education for the soldiers. And they love going to places like Dubai. And I couldn't handle that. I just couldn't. I mean, it's not like you see in the movies at all.
Yeah.
I just there's no way that I could support a government and an economy that oppresses females and thinks that we're lesser just because we don't have a dick between our knees. You know, like, it just that doesn't work for me. I'm not a feminist. Like, I'm not 100% a feminist, but I have more self-respect for myself than to go somewhere like that demeans women. You know, and like, you know, John talking about going and making sandwiches. Yeah, it pisses me off because it's demeaning towards women.
You know I love you. You know I love women. You know I love women. Tons of respect for women.
As long as we're making a sandwich.
Nah. I make my own sandwich.
Or barefoot pregnant in the kitchen, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm done that already.
He's joking. In all honesty, he's joking. I've spent personal time with him. He has a daughter. He adores his daughter. He adores his granddaughter.
I know that he's playing a character. I completely get that. Just don't play the Michael character. It's okay.
Not for anything, but
he's Mike version 2, right, Brian?
Version 2.
Can you make it naked and just like help us out?
Wait, what?
What? Somebody
I said if you're gonna make us a sandwich, when you're making us a sandwich, could you be naked?
Me?
Oh, naked.
Want me?
I thought I heard naked in the conversation.
Okay, so here's my thing.
See that?
We have a roommate, so I can't really walk around the house naked.
Yeah, I know.
Do I miss it? At times, yes. Other times, I'm very grateful that I don't have to walk around the house naked. You know, I mean, I think it's kind of like a balancing act. I'm not going to sit here and fry bacon naked because that's just going to hurt.
Well, I mean, if the roommate's gone and
that is going to hurt. Okay, I wouldn't expect you to
just walk around the house naked.
The
windows are full drawn.
But
like,
then
you can just do whatever.
It kind of comes down to the whole cleanliness thing because I don't really want to sit on my sofa with my naked ass. Like,
right, yeah.
To me, that's weird.
Put a towel down. Put a towel down.
Yeah, I mean, who really wants to be naked eating a bowl of Fruity Pebbles? I mean, come on.
Or eating a sandwich.
Right.
Or having milk with Fruity Pebbles creamer. It's great.
Yeah, or frying bacon.
I mean,
you gotta have leather couch. That way you can clean the couch, you know?
I mean,
that's gross.
When the roommate is sleeping in the morning and I know that he's sleeping because I can hear him sleeping, then I'll walk around naked while I'm getting ready for work, and it's not a big deal. But, I mean, when it was just the two of us before there was kids and before there was a roommate, like, occasionally, I'd come home from work and I'd just walk around the house, you know, doing whatever because it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Brian, you're a lucky man, Brian.
Becky says to everyone, she's got you got all of us eating the bowl.
To be fair, I hate Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, when I was pregnant, that was my jam.
I love Fruity Pebbles.
I had
What's
my
wrong with
diet
Fruity
down.
Pebbles?
My
I don't
diet
like cereal.
down. It was Fruity Pebbles and macaroni and cheese were the two things that I ate
Spectacular.
most when I was pregnant.
Man,
Yeah,
I just eat pickles all the time. Pickles and then drink orange juice. That's about it. That's all I wanted.
So who wants to go to Nigeria?
Not me.
Have any of you guys watched? There's a show. It's called 90 Day Fiance.
Yes.
Okay, so some of the countries that these people are coming from, scary. Like there's this redneck
but it's a
woman.
scripted show.
No, it's not. There's this redneck woman from Georgia, and she's been trying to get her fiance from Nigeria over here for years.
It's all scripted.
Yeah.
And you know, when Trump was the president, she went over to Nigeria and she had like all of this like memorabilia from Trump. She even had Trump underwear that she made him put on in front of the camera. And I'm just like, it's just crazy what some of these people do, going to these like poverty-stricken countries, and you know they say it's love, and they say that it's their person or whatever, and I get that love is blind, and you can love people regardless of where they're at, but the number of marriages and things that these people have to do, in these other countries, it's just crazy. Like Thailand, they still have dowries.
Yeah.
You still have to pay a dowry to marry somebody in
That's
Thailand.
still here. That's here too.
But they have that in Ireland.
difference.
In Ireland too, though, don't they? Still, some parts of Ireland, you still have to have a diary.
Well, hey John, when we go to Ireland, it's Gingerland over there,
And in,
right?
and in Persia.
I'm dying to go to. I want to go to Ireland so bad.
It's like a land of redheads over there.
I don't care who's there. I just want to go. I just want to hike. I just want to go hiking up on those, just everywhere over there. Just
I heard all the girls, like every other girl is redheaded over there.
Myth.
I want to go to Scotland because I have family there.
Scotland, Ireland. Ireland would be just awesome.
We're Welsh, Irish, Scottish, German, and apparently there's a hair of Norwegian in there.
Yeah, Becky's hungry now. She wants breakfast.
Right?
You want breakfast? We'll make you an omelet. I'll be right over, Becky.
I have a lot of family in Scotland because we have two family. Well, technically now it's two family castles there. The Blair Castle, and then there's like an outline of the Ogilvy Castle. Now there's nothing left. It's just like a door frame, and then surrounded.
That's how some of the O'Driscoll castles are in Ireland. I mean, there's a couple that are actually kept up and like they're still fully functional, and they're kind of set up
the Blair Castle.
I mean, they've been like privately purchased. One of my classmates actually got married in one of my family castles, which was funny. But I mean, it's just kind of crazy to think about what you can do in some of those countries, like Ireland versus Thailand versus Iran. I mean the traditions and the culture and everything is totally separate. And you have to research all that crap before you can go to those countries, Yeah,
Iran actually used to be a prosperous country, and it didn't have all the lockdowns that it used to. Like in the 70s, that shit was popping.
Right.
That shit was popping. It was nice in the 70s.
When the Shah was in charge, Iran was it was there.
Beautiful.
Women didn't have to wear hijabs.
Then it was called Persia.
Yeah, it was Persia, and women didn't have to wear hijabs, and they didn't have to adhere to what they have to now, because I was engaged to a Persian guy, and he used to tell me a lot about the country before all of it happened.
They don't even like to call themselves Iranian. They like to call themselves
Persians.
Yeah, my ex was Persian.
Yep. They don't like using the word Iranian.
Well, because it's not actually correct. It's not correct the way it said. It's Iranian. It's Iranian, and they don't even like that. They like to go by Persian. They still don't like it. They still prefer Persian.
Yeah.
Did everybody do their vacation thing? Did I miss anybody? I think we got everybody.
I think we got them all, actually. We even covered the next topic, the anti-vacation. So yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I think we got them all.
Who wants to go first?
Time travel.
On what? Okay, if you could time travel.
Danielle's got her
where
hand
would you
up
go
first.
back?
Danielle will go first.
If I could time travel, I would go back to 2003 because I graduated high school in 2003. I know that ages me, whatever. I don't care. But at the time, I was supposed to come here to Fargo to go to college, and I chose to stay in my hometown and go to community college to be with my then, boyfriend or whatever. And I regret that decision. I mean, it saved me a whole crap ton in student loans, but still, I wish I would have moved here because I would have had the opportunity to be with this dumbass a little bit sooner. And hopefully save him from some of the mistakes that he made prior to us.
Brian, you didn't make no mistakes.
Well, I mean, if that would have happened, I would have gotten slapped a lot more.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, and there's no telling. I mean, if I would have come here in 2003, knowing that he had, a 6-month-old baby, like maybe I wouldn't have been with him. Then. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nowhere exotic, huh? You wouldn't go back further? You wouldn't go back into Jesus times? Nothing like that?
Good God, no.
No?
I'm content with my life. I like my life. Are there mistakes that I've made? Absolutely. Are there mistakes that have been made prior to me, or would I want to meet somebody? Yeah, but I mean, you get one chance at life. You don't have the ability to, redo it.
Oh no, I wasn't talking like going back and changing your life, but just actually going back
Like
in time.
day and time.
I actually think this question could be
and
two
just
parts.
to see something that what did Jesus really walk here, or did this really happen?
I actually think this question should be
Hey
two
Brian,
parts.
let your wife speak.
Is that if you had a chance to go back,
not change nothing.
Go back and why? To change something or go back to something historical.
I didn't say change. Well, most of the time when you tell people if they could travel go back in time into a year, why would they go back? How did I word it? If you could time travel, what year would you go back to and why? Yeah. Well, most people would say, 1950s, and just so I can see what it was like.
I feel like
you wait your turn, girl.
You need to learn from the past. You need to learn from the experiences of what happened before you. I mean, would I like to go back and, see what Leonardo da Vinci was actually like, or go back and actually watch Monet paint Notre Dame in all of his different light scales, or paint London fog in all of his different light scales? Absolutely. But the thing is I don't think that would add value to my life as much as going back to 2003 when I could add value to my life.
Yeah. I like it. Brian, since we're on this picture,
I have two different things to say to this. Like one, like what she was saying, like if I had a chance to go back and do something different, I probably would have when we first met at our friend's wedding that we were at. It was my best friend's wife's wedding.
Yeah.
Best friend's not
your
my
best friend's wife's wedding.
Okay, so our best friends are
Where are you
married.
going with this?
Our best friends are married.
It's really confusing.
We met
swingers.
Mom got remarried.
Yes.
That's the first time we met.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I would probably have acted differently.
You would have put the moves on her then?
Probably, yeah. Because
we were already kind of putting the moves on.
I was under very, very tight restraint that night. Not by my best friend, by her best friend. So yeah. Anyways,
someone had an eye on you.
And the other one would be, I want to travel back and actually put money into stocks that are like very high end right now.
What
So
the
like
fuck?
Amazon stuff actually like
Brian.
up. Yes,
Google,
God.
Apple,
Back to the
Like,
Future.
Google,
Amazon.
Apple.
absolutely. Yep.
Apple, Microsoft,
Yeah.
Amazon,
Yeah.
Google.
All those that were like pennies.
HP, huh?
Like
All
a few $100 in there.
McFly.
Exactly. He's watching too much.
Yeah,
Back to
be
the
like
Future.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
He would create Netflix.
Yeah, and just have a note on there.
Hey.
Do not touch till like age whatever.
Well, just get that flux capacitor in that DeLorean, Brian. We're all
Right.
right.
Exactly.
Now, would you have left a note for yourself? So,
Well, yeah, like do
Yeah.
not touch till age so and so.
You wouldn't have listened.
yeah, you probably
No.
wouldn't have sold. So, don't sell this stock until.
Do not touch until whenever. Like this.
It's better than what I thought you were going to write. What did I put down on the page today, Danielle? Brian would have went back today to put extra beers in the refrigerator for
Right.
tonight, Joe.
No, my beers are already in the refrigerator. Come on now. Like I was already prepared.
They're rationed.
So you're going to do it for profit. I like it.
I
like
would do it
Brian.
for love, and he does it for money. Go
No,
figure.
For money.
on
But
there.
he's going to share that money with you.
Yeah.
How
But
do you
then there's
know?
a chance, Brian, that you would have gotten so wealthy you might have never met Danielle.
No, because if you set a time frame on it,
No,
make it so you
no.
can't do it.
You think about Microsoft stock, Google stock. No, take Google out. But you said Microsoft. Well, you weren't even
Like
born.
Microsoft, Amazon, like all the big ones.
Actually, I
Before they
probably
hit
would have
stock
been
market.
more interested in him had I known that he was actually like into money management at the time, because when we first started dating, he had zero clue.
But then,
It's
but
to
then,
go
how
hand
would
in
you have
hand.
acted? How would
Got
you have
it.
acted when you found out that he just cheated his way over there with a time machine?
You don't
I
tell
would have
that.
said, "Hey, way to be creative."
Yeah, you don't
There
tell
you go. There you go.
until you
At
take
least you invested.
until you take the
You
money out.
invested so wisely. You're like a stock guru.
Yeah.
How'd you know to
Once-
invest in this
yeah,
stock?
I mean, I wouldn't let him be a day trader if that's what you mean.
Once the money's out, then you lay out your secrets because then it's all said and over with.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, Mr. Bob.
End up in a padded room because you're telling people you went
Yeah.
back in time.
Yeah, well, nobody's gonna believe me anyway, so it's whatever.
Yeah, Mr. Bob Sharp. Where are you going in the future or in the past? I'm sorry, or the future.
Well-
I guess you could go into the future.
No, I
too,
don't
if
want to
you
go in the
want.
future.
Yeah.
I don't want to see the future.
Yeah.
I got two things. I'd go back to 1984, and I'd quit drinking, and I would not quit on calculus, so I could have been a meteorologist instead of saying "fuck it," I'll just be a business major, because I didn't want to stop drinking and study calculus.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
What I've loved to have done is go back to Vietnam between 1966 and 1970 and follow my dad, because he was badass. Just because I didn't get all those stories when he died. I got some stories, but I want to know how he earned 6 Bronze Stars. I know how he earned 3 of them, but I don't know how he earned the other 3. So I
Were
would
they
want
just
to watch.
something he didn't want. Was it something he just didn't want? He didn't want you to know how he got those other 3. Maybe it was just something
Well,
he
you
didn't want
know-
to share with.
He didn't start telling stories about Vietnam until he was 72.
Most soldiers
So I
don't.
mean, I got some good stories. I just didn't get them all. I got three stories how he got a Bronze Star, but I don't have the other 3. But I would love just to be able to follow him around and just to see what kind of a badass he was, because he was not like that when he came home. He was a gentleman, believed in discipline, and he never had any war flashbacks or anything like that. So apparently he was quite the opposite when he was in Vietnam than he was at home.
Yeah. Those are your 2?
Those are my 2.
Those are your 2. Let's go, Jennifer. Jennifer looks like she needs to share something. I picked you because I saw you getting ready to put something in your mouth. So
Yeah,
I've been eating grapes, cheese, prosciutto.
Jennifer's got the munchies.
Yeah, I mean the good shit. I would go back. I've always had this fascination with Cleopatra, so I would think that I would go back in time just to see what that's all about, with everything, the hierarchy there, the beauty of it, just the Nile. It was from what I've read, even though it was dirty because it was back in time, it was also beautiful, and their civilization was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Just watching things it would just be cool to see. That would
Well, as long as you were royalty, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, you had everything that was going on, but I've always
And she was pretty evil. You know that, right?
if one person's evil is another person's empowered woman doing the same shit men do.
No. I mean, the way she got her power. You know how she did. She killed her own sister. She had her own sister killed to make sure.
Back in that time, that's what you did.
Yeah. No, I know. I get why she did it, but no, I mean, I it's fine. I mean, I'm not saying she was a bad person. I'm just saying, you know, she did some pretty corrupt things to get to the power that.
As do most.
No, I don't think the men that did it. I'm not praising the men that did it either. I'm just saying she was, you know, she did some pretty shady things.
Yeah, but she was also a ruler. She was also a queen, and those were if it was not her that did it, it would have been somebody else.
It would have been someone else. Yeah, no.
She is in history.
Yeah.
And we will forever know her name. That's why I would like to see that. If Medusa was really an entity, I wouldn't want to necessarily look in her eyes, but there are certain things. Cleopatra will always be a part of history because she paved a way, and she, regardless of how evil people may think she is, she was a strong woman and she didn't take any shit.
No, she didn't.
So that to me is just history. But I would love just to, if you're taking a peek in time,
I
would like to take a peek that is significant.
Yeah.
And I think that is.
Then you come back and you let us know how the pyramids were built. Okay.
Yeah, motherfucker. We need
Adele wants to know that too.
Yeah,
it was the aliens. It was the aliens.
The aliens, fucking alien gods.
I've seen. What is the movie? Stargate. I love that movie. So, it's an excellent movie. I love it. But I would definitely want to see that. And if you go back in time, I don't know. It's so difficult. There's so many. The thing is that going back in time for men it's different than going back in time for women because of the
I
things.
know. That's why. Yeah.
And so I think that maybe in the Roaring 20s, just to see all of the parties, and because things were a little bit different with men and women during the war, the Roaring 20s.
The flapper.
They had flappers, you had the gin joints, you had all different things that were going on, and it
prohibition.
Exactly.
Somewhat prohibition, yeah.
Well, you had the what they call those places, the rooms.
Oh,
speakeasies.
The speakeasy.
Speakeasies, yeah.
They have those downtown in LA sometimes, and they're really nice. So the Roaring 20s would be a nice place to peek into to see how everything was, because things were changing. They were starting to change.
The Industrial Revolution.
Just what you said. Jennifer, I'm just surprised that Bob didn't point out a special sporting moment. I thought for sure Bob was going to say at least one sporting moment that he would want us to be at. I thought for sure you were.
If there's one sporting event that I wish I could have been at, it would have been when the U.S. beat the Russians in hockey in 1980.
What else you got, Jen?
I think that, there's so many different things that you can choose from in history that it's kind of difficult. And again, I just think of the Cleopatra and then the 20s because of the Renaissance.
Yeah.
The Renaissance was,
with our flu shots though, with all the shots that you need, so you can't get it.
And penicillin.
Yeah, penicillin, bottle of penicillin. You shot.
Like, what are you taking? None of your business. Just keep about what you're doing.
Yeah. How come you're not sick?
just the air itself. Now, mind you, it's supposed to smell like piss, shit, and all these different things in the. All these, it wasn't necessarily the cleanest time.
Yeah,
but
it's still awesome time in history.
Yeah, the Renaissance and just everything about it, and that would be amazing.
Yeah, Bruce. You jumped in that time machine. What date are you putting down in there?
Well, let's see. To be the captain of the USS Enterprise.
Damn shit.
The starship.
You're going future then. You're going like far in the future. You're going straight into the future then.
Yep.
You want to go
two places. I go in the future. They're the starship exploring space and other worlds and alien technologies and beam me up, Scotty, and all that crap. Or the Wild West.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to be careful though. Men in the Wild West didn't live very long.
No, they didn't.
You had to be the gunslinger and always have your door to the back corner.
I think you had a shot. I think if you were going back to the Wild West, I think I would go back like in like 8 or 9, because there's no chance no one's going to challenge you to a fucking duel in the street at 8 or 9 years old. I think you're safe. But if you're going back as Bruce, your age, or a teenager, you're getting shot.
Got my hat on, the bandana.
Wild West.
Wild West.
For me, I kind of want to go like with the pyramid thing, but I would kind of like to go back in time just to see certain things that were made, like the Colosseum or the the Great Wall. That's the stuff that kind of interests me, just to see, for one, just to see how close we are today of guessing, because that's what they're doing now. It's guessing. They did it this way, just to be able to see how they did this and how it was actually really done. For me, it'd be those time periods, like going back and seeing how they built the Colosseum, and then the events that were in the Colosseum at that time, And then I want to go back and suck Cleopatra's toes. No, I'm kidding.
Don't go back to make your sandwich, John.
No, but I'd like to see that. I would like to go back in time and see how those things were actually really made.
Like Stonehenge.
Like Jen said, the aliens, man.
I would love to know, because was there really a purpose for Stonehenge? We're all kind of guessing it's something to do with religion or a time or whatever, but it would be funny to go back and then standing there, and then it's just a bunch of guys going, let's fuck with people in the future, and let's just stack these rocks together here in the circle form, and no big reason for it. We're just drunk, let's just do it. So
you couldn't see a bunch of us doing that now in the middle of the
field.
That's
what we do now. That's what I'm saying. That's what, like, if you take human nature today, the things that we do with rocks and all this other stuff, to me, I'm thinking, okay, maybe Stonehenge was just 4 guys drunk off mead, off of mead, saying,
let's just stones up here, man.
Let's just stack some stones up right here. Fuck with people 2,000 years from now,
I think that the stones themselves are way too heavy for that, but I like where you're going with it.
But you know what I'm saying? I would like to see how these things actually got done. The pyramids, the Colosseum.
Well, they say, 3/4 of them below ground, so they one hell of a practical joke. But
go to the time frame where they had the gladiators in the arenas with the tigers and the bears, the fight. I mean, I know it's brutal, but it was part of history. And that, to see that, I mean, we go there just to feel that. Now you go there and you feel the history of it.
You just want to time it that you're not there when Pompeii goes off.
Yeah, and then I want to go back to Adam and Eve and slap them both in the back of the head and tell them, please don't eat the fucking apple. Don't eat the fucking apple. Both of them.
And what the hell's up with this fig leaf?
Yeah, just don't eat that fucking apple.
You guys are stupid.
I don't know. And I don't know any other time that I would. I for some reason, I've always wanted to go back and see what my dad was as a kid. I don't know why. I just, maybe because of the way he is today with the dementia and stuff. I think it'd be kind of cool to go back and see how my dad was, like Bob's saying, just to see how he was when he was a teenager. Was he a goofball? Did he, his life was like being a teenager? I think it'd be kind of cool.
Well, Bob, you going back to the Flintstone days?
Bob, fuck. He just wants to go back.
Well,
He just wants to go back and see it.
There's a drive-through. Fred Flintstone had to be going to it, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they, he always rolled over that side of ribs though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would bring back one of the cars just to have one of those cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just cause.
Yeah.
Maybe
Actually,
go back
Brian, there is
And my sporting
outside
one would
of the
be
Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
There is a little park called Bedrock, and it's actually a tribute to the Flintstones.
Yeah.
They have one of those cars there. They have all the old building, Fred's house,
Like, is it an actual
Barney's
car
house.
that they have, or is it like a made
Yeah,
up
well,
car?
it's a real car. It's a real type car from the cartoon. So it's got this big rock front that's round, big rock back tire that's round, and it's got the wood. But no, when I was a kid, we went there because it's right outside the Grand Canyon.
Huh.
And my sporting one, I would like to go back and see if Babe Ruth actually called his shot.
Yes, that's
that's
the one
right.
I was thinking of.
Yeah. I would actually like to see that with my cell phone. I want my cell phone with me at the
You
time.
can't have it
Okay,
now.
so-
Who are you gonna call, John?
So
No, record it. I want to record it.
So here's a question: like, if you had the ability to travel back to whatever time frame and like witness whatever you want to witness, and you had the ability to bring a cell phone with to take pictures and video, but you're unable to share it with anyone. So if you share it with somebody, like it would look like a blank screen, and you cannot share those thoughts.
Yeah.
Would you still do it?
Yeah.
Like
I'd-
if you
I'd still
went
do
back
it.
to
That just makes you
1963, you're on the grassy knoll, sitting there with your cell phone taking video of JFK being assassinated, and like you can prove there was nobody else on the grassy knoll. You come back to the year 2021, you're like, hey, no, look, I was just there. You go to show them your phone and it's just black.
They
Yeah.
think
But you can see it, but they can't.
Padded
No,
room.
I mean, I just take pictures of all the winning lottery numbers, so I'd be hard headed.
Right?
Right?
Oh God, Mike's here.
I would go to
Mikey!
I'm going to bed.
Mikey's
You look
waving.
nice.
We love
Mikey's
you, Mike.
waving.
You look nice, Mike.
Damn, dude, you're all slicked up,
He's all
brother.
cleaned up.
Yeah, I had to get a little cleaned up tonight.
Just
He's
a little.
going to Cougar Town later.
Fuck no, my allergies are kicking my ass. I'm like,
I love that wind out there, man.
oh man. I was
It's
at a
bad.
celebration of life and everybody thought I was like crying and shit. I'm like, no, I just can't stop this from.
Yeah, my nose is so dry. Today for this wind, my nose is just.
I take an allergy pill and a nasal spray to go out and play golf.
I did the nasal spray because I was stuffed up, and then it all just started running, and I can't stop it from running now.
Mike, did people just going up to you hugging? It's okay, Mike.
No, they
All
were.
right, Mike.
It's funny because
Yeah,
most of these
yeah.
people I haven't seen in like over 10 years, and they all knew me growing up, and
Oh.
none of them recognize me because I have a beard now. None of them have ever seen me with facial hair. They all know me as like a 15-year-old.
They just didn't think you could grow it, or what?
Well, none of them have seen me probably
Since he's
since
little.
before I was 18.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
wow.
So, yeah,
Gotcha.
people that knew me from like 3 years old up until the last time they saw me till 15, 16, 17 years old haven't seen me. And like a lot of them didn't even recognize me. But
You're probably shocked.
yeah,
We'll
They
let
were.
you. We'll let you catch up, Mike.
catch up on what?
Top 5 things women should know to be the perfect woman in your life.
So age is not a factor here, just so you know.
I'm trying to think of the other two because I know
There
3.
is income.
No, income
I know
counts.
4. Brandon needs to help me out with the 5th. We got cook, clean,
Was Brandon there too?
sex, Suck
Oh,
dick.
I thought I knew the house. I was like, fuck, I know that
Man, I
house.
can't think of a
So
fifth one.
shallow.
Wait. Okay.
No,
So Mr. Britt was telling me like I need to get a computer set up.
How's the
otherwise I
mic? Is
can't
the
be
mic
on the
fine?
thing.
Yeah, Mike's good. Mike's
And,
good.
and yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let,
you're
let,
absolutely fine.
let
Apparently
Mike
not.
talk. Go ahead, Mike. Give us your 5.
Oh, I don't know. To be a good, what was it? To be a good,
Like
Be
a
your
girl,
perfect,
like
your girlfriend. What is it going to take? What 5 things to make her your perfect
oh
girlfriend?
man.
your
Like
bitch.
what
At
5
31,
qualities?
that list has changed. Well, are we skipping like the whole like looks and all that? Like, are we
No, that's
No, you
everything.
could-
Yeah,
you
that's
could-
part of it. Yeah,
You could
you got to be attracted to her.
attract.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
obviously being attractive, being sense of humor, a good job. She's got to be sexual because I'm a fucking nympho. So
That's a key thing.
Lots of
So-
lube.
Lots
I
of
honestly
lube.
could care less if she's a good cook. I mean, I'll eat it if you try.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I'm not that. If you got other things, I don't need you to be a great cook.
that was actually this is one of the most sweetest things he's ever said.
Yeah, mark this down. Mark this
Jen,
down.
Jen, the crazy thing is like, if you talk to a lot of my exes, even the ones that hate me, like they'll tell you I'm actually a really sweet guy. When I'm in a relationship, if I actually care about you, it's
Oh, I know.
it's a different type of time.
A
Yeah.
lot of this is.
I see through the shit. I know.
So,
She knows about a lot of this is show. So.
well, no, I wouldn't say all that. It's not show, but I'm a no nonsense person. But
Yeah, he's gonna tell you straight. Bro. Mike has always been that way. He's gonna
yeah,
tell
I'm a
you
no
straight.
nonsense type of person. But I mean, I'm not like I would come home from working 14 hours, and she would be like, I don't feel like cooking dinner, and I would literally leave and go get food for us like 4 nights a week.
Yeah,
Instead of her doing it.
I would call coming home, because if the wife had been working and I'd been working, I'd call her up on my way home and say, hey.
That meant that I was definitely not getting a home cooked meal. So at least if I went home, there's like a 25% chance.
Yes.
I like to see. I ate some stuff Katrina's made that was just uneatable, but just ate it because
Yeah, you just do it.
you just
You
do
did
it.
it. You did it out of love, and that's what I'm saying. I mean,
So
I know
are you
that.
saying there's a soft
Our
part of your
biggest
heart?
fight in 20 years.
What was that, Mandy?
Our
I
biggest.
said, is there? So you're saying there's a soft part of your heart?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yes.
I have a mom and 5 sisters. Like
Yeah.
women, I have a very soft spot for women.
Did you name your 5 off? Did you get your 5 off?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't get to 5. I think I got to 3. But obviously from the start, just to jump, like for me to even start something, you got to be attractive. You got to have a sense of humor. Have a good job. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Shit. It's not easy thinking of 5. I don't know.
Hey, by the way, what are you on? Is that the one? Is that the laptop?
Brandon, yeah, you need to clean it. It's slow.
It's the
I
picture's
guess-
good.
Somewhat. I guess if it was going to be long term, religious views and political views play in effect with me.
So I'm
Just
going to
'cause-
ask you the same thing now that I asked Amanda when she talked, or was it Amanda or who that brought up politics? Now let me ask you now. You fall in
It was Nita.
Yeah, Anita. Is Anita, you fall in love with someone that is a liberal. Don't say anything yet. But you can actually sit down, have conversations, talk about issues, and still be good about it. We can go to bed calm. You can discuss it as an adult. Would you still go out with that person? Would you still have her be part of your life? If you could actually have a conversation with that person about politics and then just it's done. Like
for me, it's not about having a conversation, because I actually love to have conversations with people about it. Like I love to interact with people that are liberal, because I like to have conversations. I love to, especially with somebody I'm dating, I love to have stuff to talk about. The reason why I could never be with, like, marry somebody like that and have kids with somebody like that is because, rightly so, they want to have their kids, they're going to raise their kids with their views too. It's not just all mine.
Right.
So I can't be like, well, yeah, I'm conservative, you're liberal. We have very different, even though we get along, we have very different views, but, we're just going to teach kids that, the conservative way is, the way we're going to teach them that way and not your way, like, or the way you believe.
Yeah.
You can't do that. So, and I would never want my kids to grow up with certain progressive views.
That's
But
fair.
would it be up to them to make that choice if you gave them the opportunity?
As they get older.
Yes, once they become an adult, but when they're not an adult, no.
It's the same thing applies with religion.
That's what I think is a big problem too, especially with this whole progressive movement. Kids at 10 are not supposed to choose whether they're a boy or girl, whether they believe this or that, or a woman. You're supposed to raise them. You're supposed to mold them. Mm-hmm. It's not like, oh, just let kids just be who they want to be. Like, no, that's when you get kids that are just confused their whole life, and then they become an adult and they're confused. And then that's when can lead to depression and anxiety and not understanding things. There's no direction.
Social skills.
Kids, that's the job as a parent, is to direct them in the best way you believe and know how.
Mold them in the image that
to mold them. And yeah, I'm totally not for this whole just let them be who they want to be. Like, no, a 10-year-old doesn't know who he wants to be or stuff like that.
Well, it's just like my kid, all my kids, we raised them Catholic, but as they got older, some started going to Christian churches, some went to Big Valley, some went to Lady of Fatima. That's up to them. Once they've gotten to a certain age, I made sure they were raised Catholic all the way up until, they got old enough to make their own decisions. If they wanted to go to Christian church, they went to Christian church. I didn't hate them because they were not going to Catholic church.
Well, in our society, 18 is, the age of adult. It's when you get done with high school and all that. So for that sake, like the way my parents always kind of told me, or at least my dad, was, I'm your parent and I'm your guardian, and I'm supposed to mold you and train you until you become an adult. And once you become 18, I am no longer the person that tells you what to do. I'm just somebody that gives you guidance. If you want to come to me and ask me for guidance, that's fine, but you are going to make your own decisions.
Yeah.
So right or wrong.
Yeah, exactly. So I believe that, but until that point, like, no, I'm the adult, I'm the parent. This is the way things will be done. This is
and you're legally responsible for that.
You're legally responsible. Yeah, that too. So that's going back to it. That's a big reason why I don't believe I could be with somebody that was very progressive, because there's a lot of views that that they hold that I have friends that are liberal, but I'm not gonna, like, being pro-life. I'm pro-life. There's no way I could ever marry somebody that wasn't, because I wouldn't want them to try to tell my daughter it's okay to be pro-choice, because I don't believe it.
Yeah.
So
what was the other one Mike needs to answer here? Oh, what would be your dream vacation, Mike? Where's the place you always wanted to go?
Oh man.
Real quick,
I mean, I've always wanted to go to Italy, obviously, because I've never been.
Yeah.
And my family and stuff. Like last year, I was supposed to take my grandma because she wanted to see her sister. She still has one sister alive that's still in Italy. So I've always wanted to go there, I guess. I mean, I don't know if I have anywhere that's like a dream vacation, but the only place I really ever want to go is I want to go see the Coliseum.
Yeah, baby.
I want to see, that's pretty much it. Like, I really want to see the Coliseum, and I don't think they allow you to go on the sand, so that kind of on the ground floor anymore. So that
you can't. No, I
couldn't. That kind of messed it up for me, because I was like, I want to be able to
Well, you can walk. You can walk
there.
now. You can walk down to lower level almost, and then there's a platform, so you kind of can walk to the middle of it, but you're not actually walking. You can't any longer because it's just well, the floor is gone. Now you can see all the tunnels.
Apart.
Yeah, you can see all the tunnels that were
Yeah.
underneath the actual floor that was above it, which is very awesome. I think it was more awesome to see that than to get to walk over there. Italy's amazing. Did everybody do their time travel thing?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then we'll go back to Mike for this time travel. I think he's the only one.
Oh, Jen didn't do time travel too, or no?
yes, I
Yeah,
did.
she wants to go back and see
No,
Cleopatra.
Amanda. Jen wanted to meet
No, I didn't.
Cleopatra.
Yeah.
The
They had a-
Renaissance Cleopatra.
Also, Mike, I wasn't laughing at you while I started laughing. It's because I literally tilted. I dropped my drink all over my keyboard and everything.
Again? You did that last
Oh, I
week?
didn't even
I
know
did
you
do
were
that last
laughing. I didn't even.
Oh, I just didn't want if you
No,
saw
I-
me
yeah.
laughing, I didn't want you to think I was being rude. I literally
Oh,
like
no.
knocked
You
my
gotta,
drink
didn't
you
over.
gotta have
realize
that. You did that last week
I
too.
did do that last time. I did. I did. I'm clumsy. Okay. Time travel. Okay, this is gonna get a little deep for a second. I'm gonna start with like my fun one first. So I actually would like to travel to like all the different decades, honestly, because I want to see how music has evolved over the years. Just like being a musician, I have an appreciation for every type of music. So I would love to just see how it's evolved every decade.
Would you go back to like the studios and just like see them
Yes.
making
Oh my
the
God, I
record?
would
That'd be
love
awesome.
that.
That
I
would
would
be
love
awesome.
that. Yeah, I want to like hang out with all the musicians and I want to sing in those studios and rap in those studios. I mean, rap didn't even exist most of those decades, but like, yeah, I would love to just explore all of the music and whatnot. That would be so freaking cool. So that part of it, and then the other hand, I would probably go back to when I was a teenager. I couldn't pick any specific year to be honest with you, but I would love to go back and just tell myself that I am loved and wanted, honestly.
You can't see
Because
yourself though. You're not supposed to see yourself until.
well, but if I
It's the
could go back and
rule.
tell that to myself though, I would because it's caused a lot of problems for me growing up,
Yeah.
daddy issues, all that fun
Okay,
stuff.
but you can't interact with yourself.
Yeah, you
She's
cannot.
Lame.
No, she'll
You
create them. God damn it! No.
Yeah, the butterfly effect. You
You have
can't.
to have
You
a
can't.
warp
can't
thing
do
that
that.
happens.
I don't
and it
know.
just,
I
like,
mean,
Love
yeah.
yourself.
I would probably. I mean, if I can't go and talk to myself,
I
whatever.
could see Amanda
mean,
just walking up to her teen self and just slapping her. Bitch, listen here, man. Bam.
no. I
Don't
mean,
do
honestly,
that.
I would though because it's caused a lot of issues for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Even just in my marriage today, it's caused a lot of issues.
You'd have to
because-
write yourself a note.
something
Yeah.
of that kind of sort. But I mean, if I had to just go back and not talk to myself, I'd probably go to like around the time I started dating this guy, because I should have first of all listened to my parents and not been that dumb teenager that knew everything and wanted to move out and just get married at 19 years old. I would have waited. I needed time to work on myself and get my shit together and work on my issues before stepping into a marriage with all of my issues that, like he's got his stuff, but just speaking for my part, it's caused a lot of problems. I'm stubborn. I'm kind of an asshole, but
No.
I would work on myself beforehand.
Yeah.
So
Is there a sporting moment that you'd like to go back to?
Sporting moment.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
Yankees. You want to go?
I'm not like a big sports person.
I
Like
know you're not. I'm just teasing.
if I were to pick a sports moment, I just all the times growing up with my dad, he doesn't play catch or do any of those kinds of things with me anymore. So that would have been
I
fun to go back.
see Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, knock the shit out of Frazier.
No, I
Down
just
goes Frazier.
I'm good on
Down
the
goes
sports.
Frazier.
Down goes Frazier.
I would go to the time to watch Mike Tyson chew the ear off.
Oof.
Oh,
Okay,
Go
but
watch
why?
that fight.
Yeah,
Go
but
watch
why?
that fight.
yeah.
But why? What would make the difference of you watching it versus seeing it on TV?
I didn't see. I would just go there to see there to actually experience the crowd when that shit
Yeah,
happened.
experience it is different than watching it on TV. I
Watching
mean,
the
I could
break
see
that
Babe
hell
Ruth.
Can
I
back
could
and
see
say
Babe
the
Ruth's
same thing?
video anytime I want
Yeah,
to see it, but
you wanna be
actually be
there.
there. That's a whole.
But
different
wouldn't
thing.
there be a better moment of you watching something that's better than that?
You know what? That's my moment. So why are you bugging?
I'm just asking a simple question. Is all. That's all I'm doing.
Harder.
Not trying to say it's not valid. All I'm asking is like, would that be the one, or would there be something else?
Just the sports ones, not like Rocky.
She's just throwing out a sports one. Brian, don't be such a. Where's Danielle? Danielle, can you please get in that room and slap Brian? Mike. Mike, you're going back in time, Mike. You're going back in time. You get in that time machine. What date you putting in there?
Are we mean like to something specific or just a time?
Yeah, specific time or place
or specific or you can go forward too. You don't have to go back.
No, fuck that. I'm scared to go forward.
I'm gonna fly the Enterprise.
Mike's going future, baby. He's not messing around.
GQ tonight.
Why'd you call me out, Brian?
Oh man. To see I don't know. I think it'd be cool to. I'd like to go a lot of sporting stuff. I'd like to go back and watch when Hank Aaron hit his 715th home run. I think that'd be really cool. To be able to actually be there and
where
watch.
I was. Yeah.
Where you were? Were you watching?
I remember where I was. Uh-huh.
Oh,
My parents were doing league night bowling, so my brother and I snuck into the bar in the bowling alley. They had an old black and white, and we were watching the game as and saw it happen.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I mean,
Mike,
be able to go back and watch.
Would you go back to shake Jesus' hand?
No.
You wouldn't go back to see Jesus?
That's only you, John.
If I was going to go back to a time, like probably like Western civilization, like Western times.
Yeah, that's
like
what Bruce said.
Type shit.
But we talked about this. You have to go. We cannot go back as men because we'll get killed.
Bye.
Yeah, that's what's scary about going back in non-modern civilization.
Well,
they would just kill people,
especially during the Wild West. You don't want to go back to the Wild West as an adult man because you want to go back as like 9 or 10 years old. You're safe.
Well, unless you go back as a mortician, but
you're
pretty safe.
There you go.
Poor Mike, you're sniffing like crazy.
Oh, dude, I'm all over the place. It's horrible.
Tell that punk ass cousin of yours to get on here and answer those questions. Get on here. Come on, Brian. Come on, Brandon.
He said, "Fuck you, John."
Make your debut, brother. Make your debut.
Tell him to come answer the question.
Come on, everybody wants to see him. Get in there.
Primo.
Come on, Brandon.
It ain't happening.
It ain't happening.
You can pull up a chair right next to Mike there.
Yeah, just sit
there
next
and
to
have
Mike.
a drink.
Sit next to
Hold
Mike. You're cousins. You guys love each other.
I don't think there's toilet paper.
Mike's on his nose, man. He's bleeding.
Poor guy.
Brandon, just jump in there, kid. Brandon, look, they're calling you. Brandon.
He's
Brandon.
He sounds like Al Pacino Scarface. You say hello to my little friends.
Say hello, my little friend.
Oh, my little friend.
Antihistamine.
Take
yes.
Zyrtec, Mike. It helps.
It'll dry you up.
I don't know if I would want to go. Now that I thought about it, I don't know if I would go back to see Jesus. I think that'd be kind of strange.
You're changing your mind
I
now.
think it'd be strange.
Scared
It'd be
my
strange to
soul.
see Jesus. I don't know, dude. It'd be kind of strange. I don't know.
Well, you could be an apprentice carpenter there, John.
I don't get starstruck, but I think I would be if I was seeing Jesus. I think I would be starstruck.
Yeah, but I guess if you went back in time, like if you were, but with your mind, you know what I mean? Like if you like actually time traveled, because you would now but back then people didn't know what.
No, that's what I'm saying. But it's Jesus, dude.
Well,
That'd
it's
just,
Jesus now.
It'd be just freaking weird, dude. It'd be like, hey.
I'd like to go back to the 80s for the music.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's
Yeah.
our.
I was
70s.
there. What do you want to go back for it? Right? We were all there for the 80s.
I was
I was
there
there
in the
too.
I
90s,
want to be able to go
so-
see
I
the
bet you.
band, you know?
Yeah, I bet you Bob would agree with me, but I would love to go back to the 70s and be in my 20s. In the 70s.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would like to
Yeah.
be over 21 back in like the
I
late
was a
70s, early
teenager.
80s.
I was
I
a
want to see
teenager
Leonard,
in
the
the
original
70s.
Leonard Skinner band.
No
I want to see the
wars,
Eagles.
no bullshit in the 70s.
I mean,
There
no
was
wars.
just fun
None
and
was still
love.
going on back then.
Well, no, it's
Nom
kind of
was still going
ended.
on 70s.
Yeah,
Peace, love, dope, and like
75
people were
it ended.
just having sex for
75.
fun.
And none was still going on.
A whole lot of
Orgies.
CDs.
No, yeah,
Peace,
see, fuck that.
love,
Before that, it was Korea.
key parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff going on in the 70s.
Studio 54.
Oh, it would be awesome just to be in there, just to see that whole scene, that whole deal. Just stay out of the bathroom, you'd be safe. 'Cause all the
That's where
shit
you
went
could, John. That's where you could get all the phone numbers.
no, that's where you got. That's where they went to go snort shit in the
Back
70s.
back then, that's where you got your date was the phone numbers there on
Hey, Bruce.
on bathroom
Those,
wall.
Those Hugh Hefner parties would be fun.
Hey, Bruce.
Hugh have to. Yeah,
I got
Bruce.
I would
invited to
love to
one
go
of
back to
those.
the late 70s.
I actually got invited to a Hugh Hefner
I'd love to go back to the
overnight
late 70s.
party.
Bruce looks like he belongs at a Hugh Hefner party in the 80s, or no, the 70s.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
This
With the
was
red
actually
the red robe,
this
smoking a
was probably
cigar.
actually about.
All right,
About
guys, I'm
15.
going to get out of here. I'm freaking killing. I'm dying.
All right,
over here.
Mike. All right,
That
brother.
was about, that was
Tell
about
Brandon-
15 years
I'll
ago.
see you guys next Friday.
Tell
Yeah,
Brandon
good.
I'll be. Does he still want me to come over tonight to look at
And
that,
next-
or?
Next, hey John, we won't be here
If you
next
want,
Friday.
John.
All right.
We got the cigar thing next Friday.
Yeah, we
Oh,
got the
shit,
cigar
that's right.
thing next Friday, so get healed up.
All
Port
right.
cigars.
I just got
Port-
allergies, dude.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm sick.
No, take an antihistamine. Go
Yeah.
get
Okay.
some.
Yeah.
Try
No,
Zyrtec,
not
Mike,
drinking
I'm telling
port.
you, it
He
works
can't take an
wonders for me.
antihistamine while we're drinking port.
No,
You can take an antihistamine while you drink alcohol. What's wrong with you?
yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
just don't let him
Sounds
drive.
rough.
Yeah, he's not driving.
No,
Chris, what are you talking about?
Bruce.
drinking by itself, you shouldn't drive.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right.
Jesus. All right, guys.
All right, Mikey.
Hi, Mike.
Talk to you
Mike.
later. Bye.
Hey, Bruce.
Yeah.
Late 70s, San Francisco, Mitchell Brothers Theater, and the
Oh yeah,
Condor
Carol
Club.
Doda. Carol Doda.
Carol Doda.
I don't know that.
Carol Doda.
Carol Doda.
1975.
Carol Doda.
The
The Condor Club.
American Bandstand stage in South Philadelphia. How about that? That's where I want to go. 1975 American Bandstand.
Dick Clark?
Philadelphia. Yeah. American Bandstand. I can't
I
do
know,
Soul
Carol
Train.
Doda put on
I
quite
won't
a
make
show.
the Soul Train thing. They won't let me in. So
But that was back when the Mitchell brothers were all into all that crap.
Yeah, Mitchell Brothers.
Could you
American
imagine
Bandstand.
seeing Richie Valens perform live?
Yes. Oh my God.
Or the
yes.
Righteous Brothers.
Yes.
Frank
Or
Sinatra.
Sonny and Cher.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All
Or
of
the-
that.
You know, I'm actually a big fan of his Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I would have loved.
Oh
to see
yeah,
them
hell
live.
yeah.
I'm a
Crosby,
big
Stills, and
fan.
Nash.
Yeah,
Bob,
I'm a
sing
big
some
fan.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash for us, Bob.
Yeah.
Well, then you got the whole Rat Pack with
I wasn't a
Dean
big
Martin,
fan.
Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis.
Yep.
Remember
Liza.
those guys in the old
Or
Calneva
like,
and
I would
from
love
North
to meet
I
Johnny
would-
Winter.
I would
Johnny
love to
Winter.
be at one
Big
of those
fan.
roasts. I would love to be at one of those roasts.
those are hilarious.
Oh, we get the
those
Dean Martin roast?
yeah.
The
Those,
Dean Martin,
the Dean Martin roast.
Jerry Lewis, all those guys.
Oh
Bob
my God.
Hope.
Don Rickles, Richard Pryor.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Sammy
Oh.
Davis. Sammy
Yeah.
Davis
Sammy
Jr. He was
Davis.
always in on that.
I'd
Don
love to just
Rickles,
hang out
though.
with Freddie
Don Rickles,
Mercury.
young Don Rickles, just ripping everybody.
Oh my
dude.
God,
Just
he is
be
such a musical genius.
fucking
Freddie Mercury,
hilarious.
seriously.
Absolutely.
Oh
Absolutely.
my gosh.
And
I
just
would
to
love to
sing,
just sit there and pick his brain.
and just have Dean Martin sing Volare just one
Oh,
time.
Oh, la-
With his cigarette and cocktail.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dean Martin always had a
Johnny.
cigarette and cocktail.
Somebody
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
sometime.
Johnny's
USO with Bob Hope. He did a lot of those.
I can almost, well, probably can if I really sat down and thought about it, but I can sing Volare in Italian, the whole thing in Italian.
I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
No, I'm not going to do it now.
We sang for you last week.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
We did. Oh, he did too. It was horrible.
I'll record it and then send it to you.
Do it.
You heard me sing.
Yes, he was.
It was horrible.
What about? Do you guys know Edgar Winter? His voice is amazing. Johnny Winter's brother. Johnny Winter's brother.
Johnny Winter's brother.
Yeah, Edgar Winter. Oh my gosh, his voice is so amazing. I would love to just sit and hang out with him and have him serenade me. Like his voice is amazing.
Becky, that'd be awesome too. The USO shows with Bob Hope. That would be pretty cool.
There's just so many amazing.
Dude, I got memories of watching that on TV with my parents, with him with that golf club, just walking
I like
on that
Becky's
on the
video
ship.
she put on Facebook with the Candyman, the girl singing the Candyman song.
Whenever I hear that, I think of Willy Wonka, the Candyman can.
The Candyman.
He mixes it.
This is like takes place in like the soldiers, the World War II day, and the you get the pinup girls.
Okay.
Doing the whole show and stuff like that, singing the Candyman, and they're in the military uniforms and all that stuff. But it's got, I can't remember. It's 3 female artists that are singing the whole thing.
You like to be
the Chef Borodie.
Lots of great memories. That was like always on TV at my house. My parents, it was either Bob Hope was on TV, it just like
Lawrence Welk.
Yeah, Lawrence Welk show. But it was like, it's funny because like I'm trying to think like even like with my kids, what show on TV kind of drew us all together as a family to watch. And
National Geographic and Disney.
Geographic.
Yeah, well, for us, those shows.
The Wonderful World of Disney.
For us, but I'm talking about me and my kids. And I think the only show I could really think was American Idol in the beginning. That was like the only show we all kind of sat together to watch as a family was American Idol. Go ahead, Jennifer.
What about Barney?
Well, Barney, I didn't sit and watch that crap. Are you kidding me? I put the cassette in and I walked away. Yeah, me
I tried to torture you.
Yeah, me and
to get far enough away from that song so it wouldn't echo in my head all day long.
Yeah, but for me, it was like Mutual Omaha. We all sat down and we all watched that together.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Children.
The Dukes of Hazzards. We'd all sit down and watch that together. The $6 Million
Hee-haw.
Man. Hee-haw. Lawrence Welk show. We had all these shows that we all kind of sat together. Yeah, laughing.
Yes.
But like today, what shows you don't see that anymore? You don't see. I mean, the kids in the room playing Nintendo. The other one's over here on whatever app they're using. But there's like nothing anymore that kind of draws you to the TV anymore as a family show. And I can't think of any.
No, there's actually because there's too much on TV.
There is too much to choose from, but I'm saying there really isn't any shows that like I'm going to sit down with my kids and watch.
Brothers, remember them.
You know what? There actually is a really good show out right now. It's called A Million Little Things. I would say it's probably one of the best shows I've seen, like, at least like nowadays, because it hits on a lot of like real life stuff. It's super deep. I was like crying the first episode. It's really good.
I like things that make me happy, not sad.
Well, that's a show too. We sat down, and I hate saying it to now that we know the truth, but that was a show that me and my parents, we all sat and watched. Was the Cosby Show. We all sat down and watched the Cosby Show. Yeah.
It wasn't a bad show. It's just that
it was a great show. It was a great show.
It's not that the show was bad. It's just like even with
the Waltons. Yeah,
I hated the end of that. Good night, John Boy. Good night, so and so. Good night, so and so. Good night. Good night.
What's
the
funny
ending went on forever.
What's funny about last week is like we don't watch like Barney in the House, like we've never watched it. And I was putting my daughter to sleep last Saturday, like we did the Friday show about song and stuff. The next night I was putting her to bed and I was lying with her. She was singing the Barney song and I was like, where are you getting this from? I'm like, what the hell? And she was just singing it while, like, you know, she was slowly starting to fall asleep. And it wasn't like it was the song, but it was like I could make up parts of the song. Like I knew what she was singing, and like, you know, she was singing parts of the song, and I'm like, I need to talk to the daycare. If they're watching this show, we're gonna have problems.
We all need to start sending them Barney shit.
Right?
But like what I'm talking about though is like your daughter's young. There's not going to be a lot of stuff that you can actually sit down and watch with her unless it's cartoons. But I'm talking about when I'm like 10 or 12. These were 12, all the way up to 16. There were these shows that I sat with my parents and watched, you know. But
I don't. Well, right there, Becky's making a whole list of them.
Yeah, Carol Burnett show,
Sonny and Cher,
Wild Kingdom, all those shows. We all sat down as a family and watched them together.
Yeah,
and
Walt Disney World, all that stuff.
But I
Wonderful World of Disney.
It's called Lidsville. It's like this green-looking guy thing.
Bonanza.
It's really old.
Yeah, Bonanza.
It's really old. Lidsville.
We watched Mork and Mindy and
oh my God!
Oh yeah.
Company and
Happy Days, Michael.
Not just that. What's the other one that had Tom Hanks in it? Bosom Buddies.
Oh yeah.
Laverne and Shirley.
That's actually the show that my sister is named after. Is Mark and Mindy. My sister is Mindy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that show. And Alf.
No, it's a great show. Yeah, I loved Alf.
The bad show.
You watch
the ending.
What about All in the Family?
And Seinfeld.
All in the Family. Yeah, my dad.
The Brady Bunch. The Partridge.
I grew up watching Brady Bunch.
Hey, watch
Marcia.
Now you guys watch Bob and Bruce's reaction when I say this, the Fat Albert show.
Oh yeah. Albert. That was a cartoon though.
That was a cartoon, but yeah.
I love Fat Albert, man.
Fat Albert.
Hey, gonna have a good time.
Good Times was a great show. We sat down and watched that with my parents. My parents loved that show.
Love Good
Dynamite.
Absolutely, JJ.
And with my dad's dementia, it's really hard for him to watch TV because he thinks they're in the room. The only show my dad could sit down and watch and laugh and have fun with is still the show that he loved back when it was on the air. It was Sanford and Son. My dad he can watch that. For some reason, that's the only show that he can watch, and he just cracks up. He laughs just like he did when he was younger, you know, watching that show. But because with the dementia, with people they think they're in the room. They think they're in the room with them, you know, so they get scared a lot of times. But when my dad, he'll sit there and just crack up, dude. He just starts laughing and laughing. I'm like, God damn, man. All right, I gotta find the channel that has 24 hours of Sanford.
There is some channels. They're free and I gotta find out where they are.
I YouTube it. I put it on.
Because that's wonderful. That gives them joy.
But there aren't. I can't think of any show today that like we're even seeing kids that just kind of sit together and just watch TV with their parents. It's just like
now they just pop in the DVD or rent a movie or
well, even MASH. All right, MASH. Amanda. Yeah, MASH was a great show.
That was on every afternoon.
It still gets like one ending for TV.
Well, I used to watch Lost in Space, the series Lost in Space. Yes. That was on for a while. Star Trek.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. See, my parents weren't into that sci-fi stuff, so
we were.
My dad was.
Yeah.
But there was a TV series that came on the same time during MASH. It was called China Beach, and it was about Vietnam.
I remember that one. That was with the nurses.
And Hawaii 5-0, Bob, the original Hawaii 5-0.
The original Hawaii 5-0.
Knight Rider.
Oh my God!
A Magnum PI.
And for us guys, Charlie's Angels. Charlie's Angels.
No, and there was the other one.
Emergency.
Baywatch.
Baywatch, yes, Baywatch.
Chips.
Slow motion.
Chips.
The slow motion on Baywatch when they're running on the beach.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard was a good show.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard.
but we can't watch that one anymore though.
Yeah, I can't.
Well,
Yeah.
in the South.
They have to take out the
They have
Confederate
to block
flag.
out the flag.
Blur out the flag on the top of the
You
car.
can just look up Dukes of Hazzard to watch the
Mr. Ed, Green Acres.
Yes.
Green
Mr.
Acres.
Green
Acres,
Acres.
yes.
I still
It's
that
Mr.
song.
Green Acres,
I
yes.
still get that song stuck in my head every now and then. Green Acres.
Green.
Oh, the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh my God.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
Mayberry or Mayberry RFD
Yeah.
with Don Knotts and
Oh yeah, Mayberry's a good show. That's that's like the cleanest show ever on TV.
Opie,
dude.
who's at he's a director now.
Yeah.
Yes, Ron Howard. I think.
Ron Howard.
Yeah.
He was, yes, Happy Days.
I Dream of Jeannie.
I
Yeah,
Dream of
baby.
Oh, I love that outfit she wore.
I Dream of Jeannie, absolutely.
Bewitched.
Bewitched.
Bewitched, I remember
The
that.
Dick Van Dyke Show.
Hell yeah.
I
What
love
about the
Dick Van
Monsters?
Dyke Show. The Munsters.
Oh, what was the other one?
Monsters.
The father and son, Eddie
The
and me.
Addams Family.
The
The
Addams
Portrait
Family.
of
What
Eddie's
was,
father.
That's
was
that Portrait of Eddie's father, yeah.
what was the one where
And
she
then
was the
Family Affair.
the single girl living in New York, worked for the newspaper?
That girl.
That girl.
That girl.
That girl.
That girl.
With
That was
Marlo Thomas.
Marlo Thomas, wasn't it? Or
Yeah, and then the Mary Tyler Moore Show was she
Mary
was living
Tyler-
in Minneapolis.
Mary Tyler Moore. That's it.
Minneapolis,
Yeah.
and WKRP in
Oh,
Cincinnati.
Yeah,
Cincinnati.
that was
Dr.
good.
Oh,
I didn't know
Johnny.
turkeys couldn't fly.
Yeah, no turkeys can't
Hold
fly.
on.
Well,
I
what's-
got
what's-
one
what's-
for you.
what's
Okay, I
kind-
got
what's
one
kind
for
of
you.
funny.
You guys ready for this?
Go ahead.
I got one. The Flying Nun.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I've seen the flying
That was
nuns. I've seen the
yeah.
flying nuns.
Yeah.
that-
What's
Huh.
actually kind of
You were-
funny is
You were a little
Is-
hard on the beaver last night.
what's actually kind of
War's
funny
always
is
hitting that. War's always beating that beaver.
Go ahead, Brian.
what's actually kind of funny is
Go ahead,
I
Brian.
grew up in a town. It was called Mayville, but we all used to call it Mayberry. And they would ask like where I live. I said I would live right next to the gas station where Barney Fife works, and people knew exactly where I actually lived at all times.
A show that I love that's back on being syndicated again is Taxi. Taxi was hilarious
Oh, yeah.
to me.
Taxi
I
was
love
good.
that.
Taxi was good.
Yeah, Taxi was
Yeah.
good.
I mean, well, the
Home
one guy,
Improvement. Yeah, man, that
Yeah,
was a
Home
great show
Improvement,
too.
Tim Allen.
Home Improvement. I still to this day makes me mad. Oh, they're gonna do it today. You're gonna see his face today. I know this episode never showed his face, man.
Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Wilson.
Wilson. And
Oh,
Yes,
just a hat over the top.
There's a little
Hell yeah.
town.
Taxi, yeah, man. Taxi was a
Yeah.
great show.
There's a little town on Highway 99. If you're going towards Bakersfield, it's called Pixley. And every time my father and I would drive by there, we'd always joke, "Hey, Dad, turn left into Hootersville," because that's where Green Acres was filmed.
Green Acres.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Green Acres.
Yeah, but there's a little town called Pixley,
Yeah.
right on 99.
They got the
Home
water
Improvement.
tower there and all.
All right, let's think here. Okay, Silver Spoons.
Way to go, John.
Yeah.
You must be online looking at this
What about
stuff.
Cheers?
No, I'm trying to remember the names.
Oh.
What was
I'm
the
up
show
here.
with all the what were the show with all the girls and the lady?
in the
Mrs. B-
school?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had they're all going to a private school.
Facts of Life. Facts of Life.
Facts of
Facts of
Life.
Yeah.
Oh, the boarding school.
Right.
Got it.
Facts of Life.
Yeah. The
Where's the
boarding
one-
school
Different
with
strokes.
with- yeah.
Who's the boss? Who's the
Yeah.
boss with Tony Danza? And what was the one with with the very beautiful with the voice?
The Fall Guy?
No. She it was what's
Was that her
Oh
comment?
no! Here's
Where
the
she-
classic for you guys. The
Where-
$6 million man.
yeah, the $6 million man. No, what's her name? What's her name? That she's a
And the Bionic
beautician.
Woman.
She loses her job as a beautician, and then she becomes the nanny for the nanny.
The nanny, yeah, with
Yeah.
Fran.
Nanny.
Sure.
Fran, yes, the beautiful, very sexy,
I-
beautiful Anne. Fran.
Becky,
Cheers!
I remember
Yeah!
Julia, but do you remember room 222.
Yep.
Yep.
Or about Welcome Back, Cotter.
Welcome Back, Carter was a
Welcome
great
back,
show.
Cotter. Welcome
I
back.
love that show.
Hey,
Dreams of your past.
Oh, Fame. Yeah, there you go.
Welcome
The
back.
old, the old John
That same
Travolta,
old
man.
place that we laughed about.
Now that was
Names
before
all
Saturday Night
changed,
Fever, right?
And
Right,
the dreams have remained, and they turned around. Huh?
That was before Saturday Night Fever,
What?
right?
Yeah, that was before
That was
Saturday Night
before-
Fever. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was the
Yeah.
start, right? Was that
That was
show?
when he started. That's like he
Yeah.
was Vinny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gilligan's Island. Someone
Yeah.
threw out Gilligan's.
Oh, there's the classic.
Yeah, Gilligan's.
Gilligan,
Yeah, which
yes,
one?
Gilligan's
I
Island.
still want to
Which
know.
one? Ginger
I
or
still wanna
Marianne,
know.
John?
Yeah,
Ginger or Marianne? Which one?
Marianne, all the way.
You
Dark
take a
Shadows.
yeah.
Yeah, Marianne, all the way.
Ginger or Marianne?
I'm a Marianne guy.
How about both, and they can make a Bob sandwich?
Yeah.
Adding Mrs. Howell. You guys are so mean.
Oh God, no.
Dark
All I
Shadows
want to
and-
know is how
He was
he got.
married. He was
If they
married.
could do all that stuff with coconuts, they couldn't fucking make a boat. That's all I'm
Right.
saying. They can make
Right.
coconut
Well, 'cause
radios.
It never got out of the lagoon. It always sank.
Different Strokes was a great show.
Gilligan
Different
always
Strokes.
sabotaged the boat. He didn't want to leave the island.
What was the other one
Right.
with? The spinoff from Happy Days. Cheech and Joe.
Chachi loves.
You
God,
mean
that
Chachi loves.
That was
Chachi.
horrible show.
Chachi loves.
What?
Yeah.
Don't
Chachi
even
loves
who?
Joni. Chachi
Don't
loves
know.
Joni. God, that was horrible.
Jog. Did
Yeah.
Joni loves
We-
Chachi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joni loves Chachi. There it is.
And what
Joni-
was the one where Scott Baio was he was like taking care of the kids?
Charles in charge.
Charles in
Charles in
charge.
How about believe it or not, I'm walking
walking
on air. I never
Oh.
thought I could be
Hero.
the
Okay.
American hero.
You brought this up. I'm going to tell the story. Okay.
The Dick Van.
We're at the
Dyke
Outback one night, and we're at the Outback where we just got there. I had one beer, and I look across the bar, and there's this guy who looks just like William Catt, who is the greatest American hero. So I'm looking at him, and I start singing the song. All right? Everyone's looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm singing the song. I get to the first chorus. I got people joining in now because we're all like, believe it or not, I'm walking on. And this dude, his eyes pop up, and he's got the death look going on towards me.
I like lost in space.
So he's just staring at me. He's pissed. So what I did, as the good person I am, I started it on the second verse, right? I sing the second verse. And then when I hit the second chorus, I've got 3/4 of the bar singing the song, and we're all pointing at the dude.
Yeah.
Now
And that's
he's really pissed.
Dude, he's probably
Now
pissed.
he's pissed. He gives me the finger. So you know what I did? The third verse.
The third verse.
And then I did a big finale on the final chorus. And
Yeah.
the dude got pissed and walked out.
Well, it probably
We used
wasn't
to call.
bad.
We used to call my daughter Punky Brewster because she would my daughter
Punky
Hope
Brewster.
would just she didn't care. She didn't care. She would put red socks on, green socks on, one green, one red one. She'd have a blue
One
shirt,
up, one
pink
down.
short, yeah. And we used to always call. And nobody said the Charlie Brown show.
Well, yeah.
Charlie Brown, I love Charlie Brown.
Yeah, Charlie Brown. The
Charlie
Christmas
Brown.
special.
But Charlie Brown was seasonal.
Yeah, it was seasonal. Christmas show. The Christmas
Bugs
special.
Bunny.
Bugs Bunny. Looney
Oh,
Tunes.
that's a classic. Yep.
Looney
Bugs Bunny and
Tunes.
the Roadrunner.
Yeah, but that wasn't a nighttime show. That was a cartoon.
Yeah, Family Matters. Oh yeah. That was with what's his name, right? Before he got famous too. Before he did
Urkel.
Urkel. No,
Yes.
but what was the one that what's his name did before he became famous with Back to the Future?
Oh, that's Family Ties.
Is that Family Ties? It was Family
Family
Ties.
Ties.
Oh yeah, Family Ties with Michael J. Fox.
Marcus Welby.
Yeah,
The Rockford Files. Yeah,
the Rockford Files, dude. Kung Fu Fight. Yeah, it was that too. I didn't know until later in my life that was supposed to be Bruce Lee. It wasn't supposed to be David Carradine. That was Bruce Lee's show. He created that show, and they said he was too Asian to be. Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, he created that show Kung Fu, brought it to the network. They were going to run it. He wanted to be the main character, but they said he was too Asian for the part. So they went with David Carradine instead. I was like, what?
What the hell?
Look it up. It's a true thing.
My God,
that was his show. That was his show. He created that show and everything, and got it. He sold it to the network. He was selling it to the network, and they told him, I don't know, there was something going on with Asians back then. So I don't know what time period there was some hate for Asians back then, I think. And they said he was too Asian for the part that required an Asian person. So
well, David Carradine definitely looked Asian though,
yeah.
But that's horrible.
Yeah.
I never really liked that series.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
That was just too corny.
Outer Limits. Yeah, that was a good show. Madlock. Oh my God, that show.
Starsky and Hutch.
Oh man, we forgot all about Starsky and Dallas.
Yeah,
God, who did not watch Dallas? Fucking, I watched Dallas. Who shot JR? Oh my God, who shot JR?
I went to high school with Mary Frances.
And I'm going to admit this.
Mary Frances Crosby, yeah.
But I was in my
teenage
years, I was hooked on Days of Our Lives. I'll admit it.
I was going to say Days of Our
Lives. You a soapy, John?
I couldn't help it. I remember getting off the bus and running to the house so I could catch the beginning of Days of Our Lives with my mom. I would sit there and watch Days of Our Lives with my mom, man. I don't know if it was just because Hope was so hot back then, dude. I don't know what it was, but.
Oh, yes.
We watched
Kristen Alfonso.
Yeah.
Married with Children.
Yeah. Married with Children. That was, how can we forget that? We sat and watched that together. Yeah, we watched that.
What was the one that Susan Lucci was on? They finally canceled that whole one.
Susan Lucci.
It wasn't
that All My Children or
it wasn't
the
General Hospital,
or what was something like that.
Yeah, General Hospital's gone. Yeah, no, it's
Young and
the
the
other
Restless.
one. Young and the Restless.
Yeah, she was like on that thing
forever. My parents still watch that show. They still
my mom.
watch it.
Yeah, my mom was. Well, she was upset with General Hospital because she's watched General Hospital and Days of Our Lives since day one. So she was not happy when that.
Luke and Laura.
Well, John, that clip you showed me on about Electro Woman and Dyna Girl.
Yeah,
Deirdre Hall was on Days of Our Lives.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think that's how my mom learned English. I really do believe that's how my mom learned English was
watching the soaps.
General Hospital. Yeah,
really?
Back then, she had to have.
I love your mom's accent. I've always loved Gracie's accent. Xena Warrior Princess. Oh yeah, that and also Hercules.
Those.
No.
What's his name?
I don't remember. I don't remember any of those show clips that I showed you, Bob.
Yeah, Kevin Sorbo or
All My Children.
Sabo or Sabo.
Okay, Jennifer, if you're gonna say Hercules, you gotta say Hercules correct. Okay.
Hercules.
Okay.
Hercules,
I think we named all the shows, all the Jeff.
Oh no, she's still going.
All the Jeffersons and Love Boat. I forgot about Love Boat. That was
oh wait, Fantasy Island.
The
plane.
The Jetsons.
Yes.
God, I remember that too. I mean, that was my parents loved the Love Boat. They just loved that show.
Love Boat, Fantasy Island, right after.
All right, Bob will remember. Bob, that show that used to come on late at night, American something, and it used to be kind of like a sitcom thingy or a.
Was that with Billy Crystal?
American.
Oh no! Love American Style.
Yes,
yeah, that one. Oh, remember the old
Love American Style.
Soap?
I love American Style.
Soap, yeah.
How about Soap? You guys remember that one with Billy Crystal? Had the mind
Soap.
You guys are going a little too far for me.
And we're forgetting Oh, Saved by the Bell. God, that ruined kids.
Saved by the
Show
Bell.
ruined kids. That ruined kids. The Benny Hill Show. The Benny Hill Show.
my God.
Yeah, I love Benny Hill.
I love
Benny Hill was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, Benny
That's
Hill.
the first time I saw a garter belt was
Seinfeld?
because of Benny Hill. I was
Well,
hooked.
you saw a lot
hilarious.
with Benny Hill, man. Some of them were a little more riskier than the other ones.
Yeah,
yeah.
Boy Meets
Oh, hey,
Girl. Boy
get
Meets
smart.
Girl. Get smart.
Get smart.
Look at Brian. He's being quiet. He's a 90s kid. He's just being quiet.
He's probably didn't know any of these ones.
I'm just kind of watching all the suggestions here,
Yeah.
and just kind of thinking about like
Oh,
when I first saw them,
All right,
or
all
whatever.
right. Let me here. I got a question for you. We'll start with Bob. We'll start with Bob. Bob, if somebody walked up to you right now and said, "Tell me a show I need to watch that you watched when you were a kid," what show are you going to make them watch?
Sanford and Son.
Stanford and Son. Yeah. How about you, Bruce?
Oh man, that's a tough one.
They just said, "Hey, I want to watch a show that you watched when you were a kid."
I'd say the Wonderful World of Disney.
Well, they could see that now, though, Bruce. I mean,
Oh,
Isn't
no,
No, they were
Disney's
different
so
back
different though now.
oh, it
It
was
was
different,
different
yeah.
back then.
Yeah, yeah. How about you, Amanda?
Gosh, I guess thinking back to my childhood, like, and like if I think about my kids, honestly, like
The Odd
any
Couple.
like old like What's New Scooby Doo and like like Alvin and the Chipmunks, like that's what I was watching at like 7 a.m. before going to school. Yeah, I don't know any of like the Cartoon Network shows when I was a kid.
Yeah.
This is where my age shows, but
Yeah, no,
I
yeah,
grew
but that,
up.
I mean,
I
yeah.
grew up though watching like a lot of what my dad watched too, because he put on a lot of like all of these old shows. Like I used to watch all these. I had a good childhood.
Jennifer, what are you making somebody watch?
When I was little, like if I was to recommend for other children to watch now, would be Mr. Rogers,
Oh,
Mr.
Mr. Rogers.
Rogers.
Yes.
the Electric Company. It was
Electric. I forgot about that. Yeah.
If you forgot about Captain Kangaroo, if you're doing
I was
that.
gonna say
Oh
Captain
my
Kangaroo.
God.
Kangaroo. Also, you know what? It may be a little tough now, but the Muppets were the shit. I loved
Mhm.
watching the Muppets. I loved the cook, the
Oh, Doug. I remember that show.
Yeah.
Doug.
Doug.
Well, here's the thing. I agree with Jen. Like the Muppets were like the thing that I used to watch all the time.
Yeah.
I would actually after 18 I would still go out of my way to buy the DVDs, and now
That's
like
awesome.
with the Disney Channel, like I can watch them all, and it's great.
I
Like
still
I
like the
love
Swiss.
the Muppets are awesome.
I like the Swiss cooks. The
Throwing up the
That-
fish.
That and Beaker and the two old guys up in the little area.
Real
Yes.
sexy.
Those are the
Yeah.
four
Yeah.
best people.
Watching the
Yep.
show, yeah.
Yep, those are the four
Mike.
best people ever. The cook, Beaker,
Yeah.
and then the two old guys up in the area. That is the four
Yes.
best Muppets on that show.
They're such
Hey,
assholes.
Michael, we weren't
It's great.
allowed to watch HBO after 10 o'clock in our house. Our parents wouldn't let us watch anything after 10
Taxi Cab
o'clock.
Confessions, yeah.
Oh, and then we got I remember when we got that full package. My dad goes, "Go ahead, let's get that full package." And they didn't realize what Cinemax was. So when they realized what
Cinemax was adult movies.
yeah, they're like, okay, there was no locks back then either. You couldn't
No,
lock a
no.
channel.
Right?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I'll be flipping through and go, oh.
I don't,
Okay.
Becky. I think you're right. I don't think anybody said Miami Vice, and that was a great show. Miami Vice was.
No one said Miami Vice.
No,
Yeah,
they
that was-
didn't.
Yeah, Miami Vice.
I didn't watch that. My parents, Johnny, they had like
Yeah.
every freaking movie possible.
Well, your dad loved documentaries. Every time I walked in that house, yeah.
No,
Go ahead,
he loved action movies. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Die Hard. We could watch. We were little kids and we were watching these rated R movies with
Yeah.
shit blowing
Yeah.
up, body pieces.
Yeah,
Chuck-
but Dave loved but Dave loved documentary. Every time I went over there, what are you watching? Oh, they're melting this thing at 6 million zillion. I'm like, fucking Dave, what the hell are you watching?
We watched all that kind of
Always,
shit.
always.
I miss all the
I
John
miss
Candy
Dave. I miss
movies.
Dave.
Oh, Uncle
I
Buck.
loved, yes, Uncle
Uncle
Buck.
Buck.
Yes, so good. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
good.
Those are not pillows. Those are not pillows.
It's literally like
Did
the
you guys,
best movie
did
ever.
you guys ever see the movie called It's a Mad World?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And Bob, you hit me with my weakness right there with those two fucking shows right there.
Melrose
Right.
Place and
and
90210.
Beverly Hills 90210, man. Fuck.
Buffy the
I
Vampire
used
Slayer.
to
Buffy.
I used to go down to Mickey's on McHenry and sit in the bar with my friend Nancy, and we would watch 90210 and Melrose Place.
Hell
I
yeah.
forgot about movies. Oh my god.
And you know what? I want to say something. I'm really proud of this panel right here. And I love this show, but none of us said it. Friends. I'm just glad
I
no
was
one
gonna
said
say
Friends.
I was
Friends.
going to say Friends.
I love Friends. I love it, but I get because I knew a lot of people that worked their whole week around that show. Like what they were going to do, they had friends parties and they would have like 6-8 couples together. One would bring wine, one would bring cheese, one would bring, and they would have parties every Thursday night or whenever it came on, or Wednesday. I think it was Wednesdays, but they would sit and watch that show together. And I'm just surprised that none of us did say Friends.
well, there's kind of a big difference between like back in the day where like you actually had to like create your schedule around the show.
Yes.
To now like watching it when you can watch a show.
Yeah.
Like there was stuff like so,
but they didn't watch it by themselves.
Yeah.
They
right.
Yeah.
So like with me, like like a cartoonish thing I grew up watching, and like when I was a kid, I would actually get up like 6 a.m. in the morning to watch a cartoon, and then like I would fall asleep on the couch for a while, and then go to school, and then when I get back from school, I would watch another show that I knew was on at a certain time. So I ran home to watch this other show. And like that's the way my routine was. Like the morning one was Power Rangers when it first started, actually. The very first round of Power Rangers. And then the other one was when after school it was like MASH and G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Was the other two.
G.I.
MASH was such a good show. MASH was like a great show, but it was only like 3 seasons. But still.
MASH was awesome.
MASH is far better than G.I. Joe.
Ours was He-Man and Jim.
Well, let's do his question right here. Chris's question. What movie scared you as a kid?
Fucking Poltergeist.
Poltergeist was freaky, but that's not my number one.
What's
I
your
still
number
have
Phantasm.
Phantasm was bad. That thing was awesome though. I like that movie.
The Exorcist is mine. That freaked the fuck out of me. As a Catholic boy, raised as an altar boy, went to church every Sunday. I mean, not just every Sunday. We went to church every day because we went to a Catholic school, so we had mass every day. That movie freaked me out. I almost stopped never going to watch another scary movie ever again because of that. Now I love them. I love them.
I used to watch. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, John.
And the other one, the new ones, what's that damn where they had the guys just kind of filming his wife?
They scanned the other way.
God, they're the new ones, not the Blair, not Paranormal Activity.
Oh God!
The first two scared the fucking shit out of me.
Those scared the shit out of me. Yeah.
And the one scene, like right now, I'm just thinking of that scene. I have goosebumps on my whole body where it comes down and drags her off the couch and drags her up. My whole. If I show you every little, I have goosebumps all over my body. Yeah. That scene freaked me out so bad I couldn't sleep for a fucking week.
Yeah.
And I'm a grown man, dude. I'm a grown man. But seeing that thing come down and grab her, pick her up off the couch and drag her up this and then the final thing, I still hear it in my head, is that door slamming. Boom. I'm like, fuck this. I got I was like, no.
That's awesome. I feel that. When I was a kid, I grew up watching a lot of scary movies, which is why I love them so much. I can't go into I can't go to any of the Not Scary Farm, Universal Studios at Corn Rights. I can't do it. I love to watch movies. I don't want to be in them.
I'll punch somebody.
I think one of the movies that scared me out, there's a couple, but Rose Red by Stephen King. That one scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. I love that movie now and I watch it still.
I have a ghost in my house. There's a ghost in my house. That's all I'm saying.
I feel that. Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't a scary movie, but it was a very scary scene. Fatal Attraction, when he's drowning her in the bathtub, and he thinks she's dead, and she pops up out of the water. The girl I was seeing at the time, we're in the movie theater, they had to surgically remove her fingernails and hands from my arm, because that's how scared she was. I mean, she cut off blood flow. They were talking about amputating my arm, okay, because all the damage she did when Glenn Close popped up out of that bathtub. I mean,
yeah, I had another incident at my house not too long, a couple months ago. I have a bottle of wine that's about 4 feet tall, and it's old. It's super old. It's from the 30s, and it's full of wine. We never opened it, but it's artwork. It's a big round base, and it gets skinnier and skinnier and skinnier all the way up to the top, and it's filled with wine. You may have seen it, Jennifer.
I probably have.
And it's in my bedroom, and it's like right next to my bed. I'm sound asleep. This is again the same fucking time with the globe thing. 2:30 in the fucking morning, and all of a sudden I'm asleep. I'm sound asleep, and something shakes me and just kind of to wake me up, and I open my eyes and I see this shadow, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And it wasn't trying to scare me or nothing. And then I smelt it. This thing, whatever it was, shook me to wake me up to let me know that bottle had broken from the acid from the wine, made the bottom of the bottle crack open. My whole floor was full of wine. The whole floor in my bedroom was full of wine. And it's tiles. I didn't smell it because I was sleeping, but as soon as it shook me and woke me up, I got that smell of rotten 70-year-old fucking wine that was all over my floor in my room. Freaks me out to this. I'm just like, okay, the ghost
of the wine bottle. It broke and he released
it. Cracked. No, this is crazy. The bottle cracked on the base, around the bottom of the base of the bottle. So I still have the whole bottles all attached. It's just the bottom part isn't there anymore. So something made that whole bottle just crack along the base.
Scary.
Freaked me out. And I swear to God, I'm not lying. I mean, there's a shadow standing right there, and it was strong enough to shake me, to wake me up. And as soon as I open, I see it, and then I get that smell, that stenchy wine, and it freaked me out, man.
I'm sure it did. Usually you get these out of bottles, but you got yourself a bottle ghost.
Yeah, a bottle ghost.
Have you guys ever experienced sleep paralysis?
I think we scared Bob.
No, I mean, literally, sleep paralysis is the scariest shit on the fucking planet. I get it all the time, and so does my sister. There was literally this one time when I was pregnant with my second daughter. I was laying in bed, and I couldn't sleep, pregnancy, and I literally it's basically when you're awake, you're asleep, but your mind is awake. And basically you can't move. I opened my eyes, and there was some fucking demon or some shit at the end of my bed.
Oh,
picked up my daughter and took her outside. And I remember getting up and going outside and seeing this, whatever the fuck it was, holding my daughter at the end of the fucking walkway where my house is, outside. And I could not get her. And it scared the fuck out of me.
That's not a good memory.
No, it scares the crap out of me all the time. And the stupid part is once I snapped out of it, my bed where it used to be by a back door that went to the backyard. I woke up and the door was open. And it scared the fuck out of me.
Fuck that. I hate that.
I've literally felt things laying on top of me and whispering in my ear. And like it's so
I'd be
scary.
getting smut. I'd be getting rosemary. I'd be getting
No,
sage.
I mean, I'm telling you, I prayed over my house and everything. I mean, not even like a month ago.
Oh,
A
man,
month ago, I saw something standing in the corner of my room, and it was literally like, "We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you," like over and over again, and it scared the
Oh
fuck out
my
of me.
god.
Yeah, it's really scary.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I went and got a bottle of hot holy water and I blessed everything in my room.
Oh yeah, my dad's a pastor, but he
Yeah.
came to my house and prayed over my
Yeah.
entire house. I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck that shit, I'm out."
I put the rosaries back up on my wall. I put everything back up.
You.
Like the white bottle's possessed. Shit.
I put all that shit back. I got another statue of Jesus, put it back in the room.
I'm telling you.
No,
'Cause he has
I mean, this has happened a couple times to me, and I believe it's, you know, yeah, I do believe in ghosts, but I do believe it's my grandparents, and I think it's always something to like, hey, watch, this is, you know, like for that happening. Maybe, who knows? Can something happen to me from smelling that all night? You know, who knows? It is, you know, it is.
Maybe they didn't want you to get up and slip on it and crack your
And
head.
yeah,
Could've
that could have
been-
happened too, because I have tile floors in my bedroom. My bedroom is all tiled floors, so there's no
Yeah.
carpet in my rooms. But the globe thing to this day, that freaks the shit out of me. You know, that globe spinning by itself, not plugged into the wall, and then when I go to stop it, it fucking shakes it. I'm like, oh, okay, spin the fucking globe all you want. I'm going outside. I did calmly walked right the fuck
my head out.
outside. Calmly walked the fuck right out of my house. I was like, it's yours. You spin that globe all night. I don't care, man. I'm out of here.
You spin me right.
I'm
right.
telling you, I've lived in some fucking haunted ass houses. Like,
See,
it's crazy.
That's what scares me about
Mhm.
going to places
Yeah, I won't-
like Ireland and England, because you are going to stay in a place that may be 5,
Haunted.
6, 7, 800 years old.
I'm good
You
on
know,
that.
and that's just like, to me, you always hear these stories. Like, you know, I stayed at this, you know, bed and breakfast in Connecticut, you know, that's like 200 years old, and it's just like, you know, there's creepy sounds in it. Fuck that. I ain't paying $400 a night to hear creepy fucking sounds.
I've literally heard doors opening, like, or like the
hell no.
like the silverware drawers and like the cabinets.
That-
I've heard them like opening and closing in my house.
That
Yeah.
scares me more
Yeah.
than actually
Mhm.
seeing the thing.
Oh,
I
no,
think
yeah.
I'd be more calm seeing it, but just seeing things move.
That
and
happened when I was like
slam.
15. It scared the fuck out of me.
No,
I was
because
like, Mom, I'm
I'll
moving out.
I'll tell you why, Jennifer. Because I think I could almost reason with it if I just get to see it. But that's what I'm saying. At least I could have a conversation with him. He might be a good person. You don't know. But
Yeah,
but
it's
if
freaking
if he's
scary.
just going around moving shit around to fuck with you, that's just straight up fucking.
Oh no, I mean the same
Hey, don't be doing things with that.
the same night that all that shit happened. Oh my god! Like literally, I had walked into my room to grab something, and then I was gonna sleep in my brother's room because I was fucking scared.
Oh,
I literally walked in my bathroom, and a picture frame fell off my wall right in front of me and cracked. Scared the fuck out of me. I was like, I'm good. I'm gonna head out. Like, I don't deal with all that shit. I'm good.
Damn. Yeah, I don't fuck with that shit. I'm sorry. I believe that
Serious?
certain houses are haunted and I'm good with it. I'm good.
Unfinished. It is. It's. I do believe in that unfinished
Yeah.
business. I think that's a lot of them. You know, they don't go into the veil and they just want to stay because they have unfinished business or trauma, or violently. I can't get it out. Get violently killed or situations
Yeah.
like that.
There's so many different things. Plus
I
there's
don't think they're here to fuck with us. I don't think they're here to fuck.
Depends.
With
They
us.
were here to fuck with me. I'm telling you. Whew, I'm good on that.
Well, that's the thing is like when I was little in like one of our older houses, I can't remember how old I was. I would say maybe 8-ish, maybe or so.
Mhm.
But anyways, like I woke up in the middle of the night, and apparently so did my sister, and we were both walking downstairs, and we got to the bottom of the stairs, and what happened was she was behind me, and I put my hand down the top, like little like the stairs had like these banisters on the sides there, and I put my hand down. Then she put her hand down, and I put mine down.
Oh no!
And then there's another hand on top of mine, And so I looked at her, like, this is like middle of the night, like 1, 2 a.m. And like there was nobody else around us. And I looked at her hand, I looked at my other hand, and we just both started screaming because I just told her what happened. We both ran upstairs, and like we never woke up ever since in the middle of the night.
Brian,
it was the weirdest thing.
Your soul.
And then the other thing is involved my sister too. We were at my cousin's.
Pure.
Yeah, we were at my cousin's house, which is like 3 hours outside of my hometown. Anyways, and so my other two cousins actually had us visit another trailer that was next to them, and there was like blood in there, and the people were missing and all that stuff. And like we talked to them about this day, and they do not remember showing us that place at all whatsoever. And me and my sister remember distinctly exactly what happened. They went through the cereal and like they checked the bedrooms. It was the weirdest thing ever, and they will still deny exactly like what happened.
Yeah, no, I do. Maybe I'm nuts, but I do believe I can reason with them. But I can't stand. I love horror movies and everything, but when kids are involved, I can't watch. I just have to stop.
Yeah.
I got a story for you.
Yeah.
I moved up to Flagstaff, and Flagstaff's a very nice town. I moved up to and the place I was staying, it was kind of is like a cabin house. It was really nice. Well, I was told that things happen in the cabin house, and that the little boy, who was a toddler at the time, he had a friend. Nobody could see this friend but him, but his name was George. And he would play with them in the backyard, and he would play with them in the room and things like that. Well, and I'm freaking out just because it's up there in Flagstaff. It was around when autumn solstice. There's a bunch of Wiccans up there. They have their little solstice festivals and things like that. And I went to one out of curiosity, and I went and I saw it. When we came home that night and we were in the kitchen and we were discussing the events that we experienced at the solstice, I looked down the hallway and I could see a shadow coming in from Roman's room. That was a little boy, and I could see the outline of a little boy in the fucking door looking at us while we were talking in the goddamn kitchen. And Roman was not there. He was with his daddy. And then I went and I told everybody, I said, shh. I said, oh my God, I think I see George. And when I said that, I heard all of us perked up because we all heard the shrieking laughter of a child coming out of Roman's room.
George?
Yeah.
We turned on all of the fucking lights and we're like, okay, we're good. Okay, let's turn on all the lights. Fuck this shit. Yeah, that was the freakiest shit I've experienced some stuff. Yeah. And I experienced some stuff during the little like solstice thing that's like scared the shit out of me too. But the hair on the back of my neck, we all stopped because it was a high shriek, like laughter, like fucking giggle.
Yeah. No.
I'm good on that. I'm good on that.
And I was like, oh, we're good. Yeah, no.
See, the thing that freaks me out is like, well, is when they can actually physically do things. That's what freaks me out, is like when they can actually, because you always hear those things like, I felt that cold breeze or whatever. Yeah, that's no big deal. That's fine. I could deal with that, but like to be physically touched or moved or pushed or that's
thrown at you.
That takes, from what I understand, that takes a lot of anger on them to be able to do something like that. They have
anger, just energy in general.
Anger is energy. I mean,
well, they don't always have to be touching you in an angry way. Damn, what are you around? The kid was just mischievous. I've been in other.
Mario's had something literally pull a blanket off of him while he was sleeping.
Yeah, see, I can't. I'd be out. I'd sell the fucking house.
I used to hear knocks. I used to hear knocks at like 2, 3 in the morning all the time.
Yeah, but that wasn't a ghost. They said that was an actual stand-up cardboard thing that was just in that spot. Everybody thought that was a ghost in that movie. 3 Men and a Baby, the ghost that was in the window. You remember that story?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you remember the movie 3 Men and a Baby?
I do.
There was a scene where there was someone standing in the window, and they said it was a ghost that was in the window.
Oh, just all kinds of crazy stuff. There's so much stuff that you can find right now, and there's so much. I mean, hell, we've experienced to a degree. The thing is that there is things that we cannot explain, and they happen very often. Are they good? Are they bad? We don't know. But
dude, what I hate now is fucking photoshopping motherfuckers, man. Stop photoshopping shit, dude. Let me believe. Stop.
Right, exactly.
Some of the old stuff, the old pictures where it does capture those things and they didn't have all of the stuff that they have now, it's been documented.
Yeah, no, I know that they're out there. I just here lately everyone's trying to Photoshop things in the pictures.
That's
and
stupid.
I'm just like, man, especially on TikTok. TikTok has been doing, there's a lot of them now on TikTok where they're like just like 5 girls standing in this picture and there's just some fucking creeper demon in the fucking window, and you could tell it was fucking photoshopped in there.
A lot of the stuff, it's just bullshit. Okay, if you've ever had any of these type of experiences,
people joke about it until it's happened to them.
Until it happens to them.
Yeah. I've had so much shit happen to me, and I'm like, y'all joke all you want. It's not a fun experience.
Some people are more sensitive than others.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I can usually tell if it's something evil. I mean, I get this like gut feeling.
Just look at your pets. That's the perfect thing. That's why I always had cats. This is like the first time in like a very long time that I don't have a cat in this house.
We have 5 cats in this house, and I'm okay with it.
And they'll tell you when shit's going down, man. Cats.
They'll let you know.
Yeah.
They'll let you know.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
that's terrifying.
No.
Johnny's like, fuck that, bye.
No.
Yeah, there's so much scary shit up there, man.
Well,
I gotta literally sit there and be like, Jesus is king, like over and over again. Like Jesus is king.
Lord, Jesus is Lord, Jesus is Lord.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that those got stupid after like 3, but 1 and 2 and 3.
Yeah.
That fucking movie fucked me for goddamn scary movies for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
That first one freaked me out, and I would not. Brandon, that he wouldn't step in the camera for years. Every Halloween, we would watch a scary movie every night, all the way up to Halloween. So we would take the list of top 100 movies, scary movies, and we'd go through that list and we pick the ones for each day. And each night we would watch a fucking scary movie, and I would go home after 30 something fucking days. And we got to, I can't remember the one. It's Annabelle.
Oh God, Annabelle's terrifying.
Little bitch. No.
Yeah, and where I still haven't finished watching that movie. I think it's Annabelle, but it's where she opens the door, the doll's downstairs. It's the little girl. She's about to go downstairs. I stopped it because I was like, no, I can't watch this. I can't watch it. I cannot watch little children get involved in fucking scary shit. Like Poltergeist didn't bother me. Poltergeist didn't bother me at all.
The Exorcist did bother me too.
Chainsaw, the fucking clown one, those don't bug me, dude. The paranormal shit freaks the fuck out of me, man.
Did you see the movie The Ring, Johnny?
Yeah, that doesn't freak me out either.
The Ring with the hair?
Yeah,
that one used to scare me as a kid.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think any of the paranormal stuff freaks me out. Well, because I'm a believer and I'm like, I know that there's demons that are real, so that's why that shit scares me.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all want to make jokes out of it and make movies? I'm like, that shit's fucking real.
Man, I'm literally the guy in the movie theater going, fucking move, pack up the fucking cameras, stop recording your goddamn wife. Who gives a shit? Get the fuck out.
Don't look in the closet.
Yeah,
please.
don't look. Yeah, what the fuck, dude? I mean,
Well, that's like the commercial, where you got the kids are going, and the chainsaw guy goes, let's take the running car. No. Let's go hide behind the chainsaws.
Behind the chainsaws, dude.
Well, that's a good idea.
No, I'm the one going, that's stupid. Go the other way.
Yeah, that stuff.
They always make the wrong choice in the horror movie.
Yeah. The paranormal stuff that freaks me out. Like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That stuff that's just gore to me. It's gore, and like even like the ones that were hot for a while. The Saw.
Yeah.
That didn't freak me out. That's just fucking crazy.
So Saw wasn't like a horror movie though. That was like
a slasher.
It's like a psychological thriller.
Yeah, that's actually a good series though. It's a really good
it's
series.
a really good
It
series. Yeah.
actually is. Have you seen The Collector?
Oh, it's so good. It's
I
so
haven't
good.
seen The Collection, but The Collector
good.
is good. I've
Yeah.
seen The
Yeah.
Terrifier, or is it The Terrorizer? That one, like those kind of movies, that's a really freaky one. It's really bloody and gory. I've seen those. They're actually good. Have you seen Midsummer?
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, it's a freaky, weird kind of. Ooh.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen 30 Days of Night?
Yes, I think
Yeah.
That one was really good. That was a good vampire one.
Oh,
Really good.
How did he do that? Double hit.
I like Constantine.
Constantine's
Yeah,
good.
good,
Constantine
yeah.
is really good.
That's on the level of freaking me out with the whole like angel devil stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Constantine is really
Yeah.
good. And the thing is that I'm not a devout like religious person, but there
No,
are
no.
things.
Yeah.
There's good things and there's bad things, and you can experience the energy of both, and
Is that the one with Keanu Reeves?
Constantine is excellent because it's about the young man who grew up and he could see these things when other people couldn't, and because he attempted to commit suicide, he was damned to go to hell, and he was trying to get himself out of that position. There was Gabriel the angel. The actress did a phenomenal job, but that movie was amazing, and it was kind of thrilling and not too scary, but thrilling. Not the Freddy Krueger movies, I love the fuck out of those
The
movies.
first one scared the living shit out of me too.
The waterbed.
Don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep.
And what's crazy is fucking look at the stars that the people that were on that show that fucking became stars from that fucking movie, man.
Yep.
Johnny
Any
Depp.
of the Conjuring movies, those
Conjuring.
scared the shit out of me. Like
That one's the one.
I
That's
did not
the one.
sleep. I couldn't sleep. Like both of them. I saw both 1 and 2. My best friend was like, "Let's watch this because we have this thing. We get together." And she's like, "Let's watch Conjuring." And I'm like, "All right, fuck yeah, let's watch it." I watched it and I was like, "Are you trying to like not make me sleep here?"
No,
I didn't sleep. I was terrified to walk around my house for a couple weeks. Like
it's
Yeah, Conjuring was the one I couldn't finish. That's where I stopped where she's
I
standing
had to
at
stop
the door.
too.
I couldn't.
See,
I was like, don't go down there. Don't go down there, little girl. Don't go down there, little girl.
Yeah. See, most like horror movies like don't like bother me at all, but like real life like horror movie stuff, like ones that like that plane crash one that was that they actually had to like eat other people in type thing.
The Donner Party.
Yeah, it's like this can actually happen. Like this did actually happen. Like this is
It did happen. Yeah.
it's like it's messed up, you know. And there's one. It's called like the Green something or another, and it's people who took what was the whole premise of it? It was activists that went down to it's like Africa somewhere, and what happened was they actually captured the people, and what they would do is they would actually take like the weak people, and they would actually take them aside. They didn't know what was going on. Then the people who were captured were actually getting fed. They didn't know it was actually their friends. Yeah, it was that sort of like thing.
Yeah,
it was a really messed up movie.
Yeah.
That movie fucked me up.
Horrible.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
thing is that something like that can happen, so I can understand how that would be scary.
It's Green Inferno.
Yeah.
But the whole thought of poltergeist and ghosts have also that can happen as well, as crazy as it sounds. But yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, so before you buy a house, just make sure there's no Indian burial ground there.
Yeah.
God damn it.
God, yeah,
That's that Green Inferno. That's what it was.
Plus, it could be where somebody violently died. It doesn't have to do necessarily with being over a grave.
Right.
It's the energy of it. If you have a murder that happens in that house,
Well, you have to actually, you only have to put a disclosure out for 2 years if there's been a death in the house. Is it 3 now? It was 2.
Because I actually agreed to move into an apartment where a guy was shot in some type of dispute and he died in the hallway.
I'll live anywhere but the hallway.
It's reduced and some weird shit did happen in there.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
I think the only thing that really like messes with me for a while until I realized that it just happens is like the porcelain dolls, like their eyes move and they move with you at all times. And then you just realize that it's like natural and it just happens, and then you're okay with it. You get used to it after a while. But when you first see it, yeah, and like the paintings too. Like those two things right there is like the things that like, oh, that's odd. That's not not the way things are should be.
Horror movie, you die.
And then like you open the doll up and like you actually see that there's actually like stuff in there that makes it move. I'm like, oh, okay, well that's cool then. And I just put it back down. Like, yeah.
No.
I'm like, I walk by. I'm like, that's weird. Okay.
Bye bye.
It freaks me out as those ventriloquist dolls that
I hate those
that the
fucking
guy
things.
walks away from, and all of a sudden the doll's just sitting there talking
keep
and doing all
talking.
this other crap, and there's like nobody there, you know.
That would go into a wood chipper.
The ghost in the backdrop from the movie Jaws. What scene? I want to look that up because I never heard that story.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
I haven't either.
Guys,
But
I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
Yeah, we're about done anyway, guys. Yeah, it's almost
Yeah.
4 hours. 4
Good
hours
show.
is. I want to smoke the
Have a good night,
cigars.
you guys.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
All right, everybody. It'll be 2 weeks now.
Be safe and healthy.
Everybody, get your rosaries, sprinkle some holy water on you, say the prayer, and sleep tight. And if you feel
we should
something,
actually
grab your
do a-
ankle.
We should
Go
actually
ahead,
do
Mike.
a show of horror movies sometime.
I was
will.
gonna say that.
and
Yeah.
discuss them.
We will. We shall do that. All right, guys, we're out of here. Thank you, everybody.
Good
And
night,
I'm going to
everybody.
play the bumper.